Listener discretion is advised. This podcast contains explicit material that may not be suitable for some individuals. The views and opinions expressed by the hosts in this podcast are for entertainment purposes only and do not reflect or represent the views and opinions of the actual people, companies, or any organization. This podcast may not be reproduced, edited, copied without the expressed written permission from the hosts. You have been warned.
NBKIA, NBKIA, oh, NBKIA, NBKIA, oh, NBKIA, NBKIA.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another...
Wait. That's my thing. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another podcast of an NBKIA.
I did it!
First try. I didn't cough this time. I'm one of your hosts, Simon.
I'm John.
I'm Ryan.
Here we go.
Today we are watching CREEPSHOw. I've never seen it. John and Ryan claim it to be something fantastic, so I'll be the judge of that.
It's probably in my top 10.
Oh, yeah,
I'd
for
say.
sure. Yeah.
It has kind of a who's who, right?
Oh, yeah.
In horror films, you got Romero, you got Stephen King, you got Adrienne, Barbeau, list goes on.
Tom Savini as special effects.
Right, of course, yeah.
The
You
man.
can forget Tom Savini, right?
All right. Oh my God.
So it's fucking... He doesn't give a shit.
So, Simon's never seen
He
this
doesn't know
movie.
Tom
We
Savini.
thought it'd be a cool episode. Why not watch a movie that Simon's never seen before, that we love?
There's been many. Oh yeah, hit your kid. That's what I like.
Yeah, this opening, it just has
Yeah.
always had this kid getting slapped by his dad just because he's got some comic
That was
books.
normal. That was common.
These comic books are making your mind rot.
Yeah, now it's video games.
Yeah. Fortnite's making the kids evil.
Some kid shot someone and claimed that he's like, I didn't know why my grandma wasn't coming back to life like a video game.
Oh, jeez.
But
What an
they try to-
easy out. Scapegoat.
Some, but it's like, dude, are you sure it's because you're not just a total lunatic that you did that?
Yeah.
Like, you can't blame the games. Like, so I just think this has a really...
So the dad beats his kid, right? But when he stepped out into the storm, he became like a child. The night and the storm scares this man.
Wow, okay.
Right?
Yeah, why is
Everybody
it raining?
has their fear. It's like
just
comic
like-
books fucked with him.
It was just heat lightning. There was no
Yeah.
rain. Isn't that
It's just
why?
Raiden up there. He's like, "Where's the Mortal Kombat tournament?" He's lost.
Like I took a left in Albuquerque.
Luke Cag's like, "I should have followed you. I could have won this." Michelle Khan's gonna rule
Can
it.
we acknowledge how much head is on that beer right
Oh,
now?
right.
Right, it's a foamy beer. That's a foamy beer.
And then
Godzilla.
That old
toys.
Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan. Incredible Hulk.
and then his beer's refilled.
Take two.
Whoa. You know, they have continuity people who
Mm-hmm.
like they're supposed to catch that stuff.
Did you know most of them are female?
Really?
Females are better at telling, keeping everything in order.
know, the-
Because they're good at nagging.
Because they have an attention to detail.
Look at this thing. The
There's
CREEPSHOw
It's
host.
just happy and smiling.
Yeah.
Excellent. Animation sequence?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, what cartoon was it that they turned to animation halfway through? It's like the girl in
Trailer
the dungeon.
show? Trailer Park Boys?
No, the girl in the dungeon or something like that.
They did it in the Kill Bill. Tarantino has an
1982.
anime portion of the film.
So George A. Romero, Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Monkey Shines.
Monkey Planet, Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
All good shows
Stephen
by
King,
George
of
R.R.
course,
Martin.
you know what he's done.
Leslie Nielsen's in this one?
Oh, yeah. Ed Harris. Don't you?
Ted
babe.
Danson.
He-
Stephen King.
Stephen King was in that one movie that just came out.
Pet Cemetery?
Up.
Oh, Up?
The new Pixar movie, Up
Yeah.
2?
Yeah, from
Stephen
like
King,
2007.
Up the
Yeah.
sequel?
Yeah. It's called Down,
Oh, okay.
where you go to hell.
They just sink ever closer to the center of hell. an old guy and some fat kid in the Boy Scouts outfit. So it has to be strongly inspired by the Tales from the Crypt comic books, Vault of Horror comics, and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, this is the kind of thing that like these guys grew up reading in the 50s, right?
Yeah.
Tales of suspense. There's always something like that. House of Secrets is another good one.
So this is the first episode, or first whatever story, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Speaking of first, it's the first bring back after a little bit of a hiatus of recording because Ryan was in DC.
Yeah, I was in.
Why were you in DC, Ryan?
I was working.
What were you doing?
I was stripping some window film.
You're stripping in
Stripping
DC.
Stripping in DC.
All right, that's cool.
You know,
Nice.
it's funny. I've had jobs. I've had a lot of unfortunate names, job titles. Right. I worked
Okay.
at a truck stop. They're trying out a new position called Diesel Service Champion. Right?
AKA
So
glory hole
people
sucker.
like people got that confused with lot lizard.
Oh.
They're like, so you're servicing the diesel? And I'm like, the Diesel Service Champion. Needless to say, I don't work there anymore. I worked at a steel warehouse where I moved plates of steel and had to hook the steel. Guess what your title was there? Hooker? Hooker?
Really?
No. But sorta, yeah. Yes,
Kind of a
yes.
letdown.
No, it would be like what we would, be like, what do we call this job? It was like crane operator. What do we call it? You like hook and steel, so it's been a stripper, a hooker, and a Diesel Service Champion.
So, what movie do we expect you to see next? Maybe Kim Kardashian's new sex tape?
So yeah, I went down to DC to do some work. It was quite an experience. I think the Greyhound station on the way back was probably the most bizarre thing that's ever happened to me in my life. I saw a woman with no jaw,
Wow.
right? Or like some kind of condition where like she had very like frail, tiny bones, and like I was like,
Mr. Glass.
there was a man on the bus who got on the bus who had no hands.
Wow.
I was like, this man on the Greyhound bus has no hands.
Didn't it have a double
How's-
hook?
How's he opening can of pop and stuff?
Double hooks.
Like, no, he didn't have anything like that. He was just like using his like
Oh, little nubs.
wrists,
Wow.
his wrists to like do stuff. I don't know, he managed to get a pop open, but he could do it.
Yeah, you'd have to squeeze it with your wrist nubs and then twist.
Wow.
Playing guitar would be rough.
Well, you could probably pay like
Jerking
one
off would
string.
be rough.
Oh, you just squeeze it between your nub
Right.
stubs.
I wouldn't be able to get hard thinking about that.
Yeah, you would. You lotion them up.
Yeah, lotion. Speaking of lotion, this podcast is brought to you by Lindor Truffles. Doesn't really have anything to do with lotion, but I feel like it would go really well with lotion and, the M word.
Squeeze to the. I love her. She's the best thing of this movie.
That old lady?
Yeah, Aunt Cordelia.
The one with the Swisher Sweet in her mouth?
Yeah, totally. Been slamming Jack and driving in that antique car all day.
Like Cruella de Vil.
Straight up. Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah, I like how they have everybody like smoking in older movies, but now it's like a rarity that you actually find somebody that's
Yeah.
smoking a cigarette or a pipe or a cigar or something like
Yeah.
that, just because.
The kids.
Yeah, everybody now knows how bad smoking is.
The
actually is.
kids.
Yeah, and you gotta protect the kids.
Kids will think Ed Harris is cool. They don't want to be cool too. They don't want to smoke that.
Ed Harris, man, he was in The Abyss, right?
Yep. He was in The Rock.
He played Jackson Pollock. Maybe about Jackson Pollock.
Uh,
Don't ever watch it. Super depressing. So just fair warning. I try to do that. Like if I see a movie that just like, you ever watch a movie, it sticks with you for like a week,
Yeah.
and you're like, why did I watch that? It was too sad.
yeah.
I like try to tell people steer clear of that thing, that sort of thing. I'm like, don't watch Jackson Pollock. He just like
Is this Pet
just dies in a car accident.
Oh.
Like that's pretty much it.
This is Father's Day.
What did her dad?
Her dad killed her would-be husband on a hunting trip because he hated him, and then he would just call her bitch and nag, and he just like on Father's Day he's just like banging his cane. He's like, "It's Father's Day and I want my cake." See, and so.
Oh my gosh.
And this is after she knows that he's totally murdered the man that she loved.
Look how disgusting the pink frosting looks like pilot intestines or something. Yeah, for some reason I was like, you know, I think there's a weird effect that you get when you just like use food for gross out.
Those random shots of the animals. Oh, the face! Knock that motherfucker. Dude, an old fragile head like that. One hit with a heavy ashtray.
I bet it'd feel real cool just crushing that skull in.
You know, I bet. And she got her revenge.
I just like shit on his grave.
But every Father's Day now she returns to like, you know, before they have dinner.
Sorry I had a schizophrenic breakout, Dad, but here's a flower.
There's the hole she poops down.
Shit on
there's
your
There's a
grave.
pipe that goes right to his face.
You know what I'd do on that pipe then, if that was my dad. I'd jerk off on it.
Right. Oh, God.
Oh, Jim Beam.
This woman.
Jim Beam original.
You know, she's a bourbon girl.
She looks like a bourbon girl. Down in Savannah.
He was a man, right? A real man. See, everything I wanted, he wanted for me. You bastard. You screwed it all up. You screwed up my mother. You screwed me.
Wow. What a performance.
Yeah, she's amazing. She's the best part of this.
So mad. Broke crazy. I want my current Virginia. You bitch. You call me a bitch. Celia fixed it all. Ashtray back in place. Hand overturned.
Yeah.
Is she Irish?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I can't tell if she's what they're going for there.
He had a bad fall. Nobody can catch
Well, yeah, there was always some kind of, in these type of stories, there was always some kind of like, you know, inheritance and greed is often a theme, you know.
Oh, yeah.
People getting their comeuppance. You know, it's a,
Yeah, that's every one of these stories.
It's a you know, cautionary tale, right?
Yeah. Ah.
That's an excellent. I mean,
This zombie got a sweet tooth. Just choked her. Choked her to death?
is she dead?
What a fucking worst way to go out. Just not be able to break out a chokehold, you know? It's the worst. They're jamming. Yeah. What's up?
Old Owen Wilson.
What in the world is this?
Fucking goofy ass dance. Fucking disco shit.
That's what happens when you smoke a marijuana.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you get all wacky.
He's like, let me turn this down real cool, like.
What were they listening to?
Disco.
I'm glad you turned this on.
Right?
Somebody had some sense to tell
Her other
Harris.
aunt's like, turn that shit down.
Put on Lawrence Welk. Something.
This is fucking Ed Harris playing Matthew McConaughey.
Mm-hmm.
I do hope she's all right. Sometimes she loses track
I gotta smoke a cigarette.
Yep. He's like, this crazy ass family. I'm hungry as fuck. Still no dinner.
Just lighting the match up the side of the castle.
Yeah.
That's badass.
It is badass.
Yeah, where's that guy from? I know I've seen
Ed
him
Harris?
before. Yeah.
The Rock?
He's on tons of. He's been in
No,
tons
it's
of
not The
movies.
Rock.
No, the Nick Cage movie. He's the bad guy.
Is he in that?
Yeah, he's the bad guy.
Wow.
He's an ex-military dude that just wants to like fucking show like how the military treated him and his group of people or whatever, his platoon. But not like the movie Platoon. But he wanted to bring in Apocalypse Now.
Yeah.
But not like Apocalypse Now. Just wanted to shoot some missiles, remember? With that toxic fucking plasma balls in it.
Yeah, I remember.
That would kill everybody.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of other Ed Harris movies. And I know for sure The Abyss. Right? Have you
Yeah.
seen that? Simon?
Nope. Yep. I haven't seen it.
No?
Nope.
James Cameron movie.
Gotta light my cigarette again.
Yep. I need another derail.
You're gonna light some vines on fire, Max. There's some dry leaves.
Why is he fucking with tombstones? That's poison ivy, dipshit.
Uh-huh.
There's an app for
He's
that.
gonna wake up with some serious fucking.
Poison ivy crotch, because you
Hives.
don't know.
Yeah.
You go to the bathroom.
Then you like try and jerk off and whatnot.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What happens is you rub your hands in poison ivy and then you just
Oh,
ferociously
best
masturbate.
load, best load you're ever gonna blow. I guarantee it. If you,
Because you would combine it with that relief of itching
Mhm.
feeling too.
Until you realize your
Weird.
dick's all raw and
It's
it looks
weird.
like fucking ground chuck.
it's
Oh
been
my
around
God.
for like 18 years.
Hamburger Hill.
Hamburger helper. I was raised on that hamburger helper. He finds this bottle of fucking Beam. He's like, fuck yeah.
that's,
Well, take a
that's
drink
what
of this.
Spoilers.
The cap still? It's still open? It's just.
Oh,
No one,
Oh,
wow. How do you
almost
fall-
cracked his head on it. Oh,
fall in
shit.
a hole in the ground just like that?
I'm down in a hole. Losing my soul.
I'd like to lie.
But this tombstone's about to die.
And it's the woman, poor lady, right?
Shit. Oh, yeah. Cordelia.
Jeez.
So the best thing you'd want to do is throw her on
How
top
is
of you, possibly.
Well, why is he?
Or
not-
maybe move. He's paralyzed. He's
How is
fucking
he-
scared. He
He's
can't
not-
move.
He didn't. He's not even.
First of all, this dude's Yoda.
He's had one cigarette.
He's got zombie fucking Jedi powers.
He can get up. I don't know why he's not moving.
Ooh.
Wow.
Telekinesis, bruh.
No?
Father's Day, dude.
oh my God.
Maybe they were better daughters, you know? The dude just had... They're like, dude, you have diabetes. You can't have another cake. He's just obsessed with cakes. Flag Day. He's like, cake. I need a cake.
You're
And
gonna need your
fucking Flag
insulin.
Day.
Shut the fuck
Yeah.
up. We need to give you a shot.
You're going to lose your leg tomorrow.
Just need to give you this injection.
Same song on repeat.
Repeat.
Repeat, yeah.
What's a repeat?
I'd suddenly have a stroke and fall over. It's this fucking Natty Ice Light fucking Natter Days.
Oh yeah, guys, let me tell you about this new natty,
Oh, God.
natural light. It's for
Strawberry
Natter
lemonade.
Days. Strawberry lemonade in drinking beer. It's
Wow.
fantastic. It's fresh. It's sweet, but not too sweet.
Too sweet, dude. This shit makes my gums bleed.
No. He's used to drinking like dishwater that has like salt in it.
I think
This is something perfect that you can like drink on the beach
think
and watch
this
the
is,
boats go by.
I think
It's
it's
fantastic.
I think it's disrupting my digestive system's natural enzymatic.
Maybe that 6 pounds
know,
of cheese you ate.
Right, I
instead
know.
Is,
I
digestion.
probably should hold off on all the cheese.
Cheese. There's a lot of government cheese being
But
spread
yes.
around here.
But those probiotics
Bro, do you
that have been taken. I don't take probiotics.
You don't take probiotics.
If it ain't natty light, it ain't right. Sorry, I had to get that out.
And we're
It ain't
back.
Natty Light, it ain't right.
Ryan's trying to drink a sealed beer over
I'm trying
here.
to drink a giant. It's called Gorch Fock.
The maid's dead.
Gorch Fock. And it just looks cool because it has a skull guy with wings and it's German style.
Yeah. Damn! Fucking turned her head right around. Snapped it, just.
She's not dancing no more.
Nope, she's exhausted.
I don't agree with
He drank
that.
all the champagne. Oh, what a spoiled dick.
Yeah.
This is why nobody wants to treat rich people
Yeah,
nice.
alright, champagne just gives me heartburn, you know?
Yeah.
I need a nice Coors Light.
On a fucking 76-degree day. Some clouds in the sky. Slight breeze. How about you fucking hike your pants all the way up to your fucking nipple line?
Right.
Yeah, he just called that champagne wine as well.
Mm.
He
It might have been a
fucked
Riesling.
up, dude. What?
I couldn't see it, but the bottle shape reminded me of a Riesling or a
Oh, man.
Chardonnay.
It looked like a Andres.
It looked like in fucking, what is it called? Boone's Farm? It's Kool-Aid that gets you drunk.
Kinky?
It's Mad Dog 2020, isn't it?
Oh, dude,
Oh.
don't get me started, Mad Dog.
Really?
Me and my buddy Tim went and
I've
got
never
a
really even.
Mad Dog.
I might have had it once.
Yeah. Steel Reserve.
Wow.
Why?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah!
Freeze frame.
Freeze
Hard
frame.
bag.
Yeah.
I got my own kid.
I really like
Arrgh!
So
the
this is
comic book style transitions.
Yeah.
I dig those.
This is a little kid reading it then.
I'm a little kid when I watched that, motherfucker.
I'm not.
This is where the one story where it's like, did this guy really get his comeuppance? Or did he just get fucked because he's a dumb hillbilly?
Right. I don't know. Sometimes it's a blurry line, you know.
Yeah.
Like, did they really try to like?
Or greed. There's greed.
Yeah, that's definitely a common theme. Yeah.
That's Stephen King.
Is that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, this has got to be one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. You know. I'll be dipped in shit. Awesome.
He's got one of those fold-out wooden rulers, your yardsticks.
With that cheesy ass ding dong and shit.
Yeah, sound effects are
Yeah. What is
fucking
that?
ridiculous.
If he doesn't touch it and it doesn't singe his fucking hand off.
I had to dig a lot of little holes to make this movie.
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
Down in a hole. It's an asteroid. There's a body. There's just a pile of rocks. They dug a hole. Just...
Department of Meteors,
Yeah,
somewhere at the college.
Yeah.
This is what he pictures.
Meteors. I'm taking
Oh.
to the college. All kinds of
It's
money.
getting paid.
Okay, so like a good sized chunk of meteor can actually be worth quite a bit. There was one that in Russia that exploded. People were like looking for pieces of it and selling them. I want to say you get as much as like $3,000 for a good sized chunk of meteor.
Nice. So he wants $100 for that meteor.
He's like, more money than I ever had in my life.
Yeah, he's like, didn't raise no idiot.
Mama didn't raise no fool, darn it.
That's the ticket.
Hot ticket there and get me a meteor.
Gotta cool some
just-
bitch off.
You think they just based the entire plot of Joe Dirt on this one scene?
Well, water.
Joe Dirt eating fries off of a frozen turd from a plane. Whoa, got some weird bumps, dude.
Blisters.
That's STDs.
It's like, I shouldn't have stuck my 2 fingers in the hog last week.
That's what it was.
Oh, I shouldn't breathe that smoke in. That's coming off of the meteor fucking high.
Wow. Cool blue liquid.
Yeah, they're probably black lights, right? They just shined on it.
Oh, yeah. Something that reacts to.
Now it's so
Radiation.
cloudy, like it's not gonna work out for him.
I went back to the University of Meteors. It's broke.
Cause he thinks meteors are like broken. But see, this is what I don't get. Because if you would try, why are you dumping out the blue goo? The blue goo would probably be worth even more.
But not if it's just... I mean, spoiler alert, right?
No, but
the blue goo, it would just do the same thing to everybody.
Yeah.
So how would that be valuable?
Would be valuable. Because
Everybody's
somebody would catch
covered
on. Now they don't know.
Everybody's covered in blue goo.
Everybody's gonna have some fun. Everybody does what they have to do. Everybody's got a loved one.
That's right. Harmonies and just-
Meteors. Meteor shit. I'm covered in meteor shit. Well, what should I do now? Which is exactly what I would do, is get some beers and fucking watch wrestling.
Now,
I think that's Roddy Piper.
you think you could watch a TV that has like a round screen like that?
Yeah, why not?
Some
It's
funny-
1982. That's my granddad's TV, and he watched it for me.
Just a rounded screen.
Yep. That TV's been here longer than you. You ain't got no right. I went to Rock and Roll Hall of Fame,
Yeah.
and they had a section where they just showed like how we've progressed with technology. It was pretty cool. Just to see everything.
Cool.
Damn, just fucking what's that called? Pile driver, that dude.
Yeah, it's like
Snap somebody's neck doing that shit.
TV started off as like circles, then they became squares, now they're becoming
Real
stretched
small
out.
screens.
Yeah.
It's
Now they're almost
crazy.
moving in the opposite direction by being curved. You
Yeah.
know, rather than
Right.
convex.
Totally.
Now they're the concave, right? Stretched
Uh-huh.
out. Fucking TVs.
This has to be one of my favorite stories on here in CREEPSHOW. The way it's directed.
Yeah, I don't know. There's, you know,
Skeleton moving behind him.
I feel like there aren't enough stylized like movies.
Yeah.
You know, like it's
Uh-huh.
utterly stylized, exaggeration, and all kinds of goofy shit. I don't know. I just like it because it doesn't take itself too serious.
Oh.
But it is.
And the guy that works at the college is the same guy that's the doctor. You know,
Oh,
it's
really?
like,
Oh,
yeah,
right.
it's like his idea of like
Right.
what this kind of person in these positions would look like.
Yeah, he's the same actor.
So he decides not to go. He's like, I better not go to the
There's
doctor.
a lot of scenarios playing out in
Yeah.
his head. He's imaginative.
Oh shit, I put my fingers in my mouth. Push his back! The wrestling really adds to it.
Gross sink.
Oh yeah.
Our sink's always gross in movies.
Oh, because it's real.
My tongue's green.
Yep.
It's just from drinking a bunch of like green Kool-Aid.
Slimer. That fucking, what was that called? Ecto
Oh, really?
Cooler or whatever.
Oh,
Slimer
right.
High C.
Ecto Cooler.
He's got crabs.
That's feral luck, all right. Always in, always bad.
That's my look. All right. Always in, always bad.
Hey, man, you got green stuff growing on your body.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. I'd be getting...
Everything he touches.
calling 911 right away. Something.
Well, he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to have his body cut off.
Mm-hmm. You think they just want to come in there, quarantine the place? You know, put him in like a chamber by himself so they didn't...
I think they could. I would think they would be able to scrape it off, or at least cut
Right.
little bits of that skin off.
Well, why
It's
is
growing
it?
on everything.
Yeah, why is it only growing in patches everywhere though?
Because that's where he's touched with his fingers.
I don't think he's touched all the way over there. I think it's grown marijuana.
No, well, that's where the goo's gone. That blue goo.
Blue goo.
Because I think it's growing out and it's actually growing out because he poured it out. Now it's in the soil and now it's just like growing everywhere.
Yeah, it may not necessarily be everything he's touched, but it's just kind of...
No, I mean on him. It's kind of, yeah, like...
The surrounding area.
Yeah,
is just
totally.
Pop
And
up.
he came into contact with it, so he's going to...
He's going to make himself big old screwdriver. He's going to live his life as Swamp Thing.
Yeah, I know, right?
He's like, fuck it.
That is a big
I've
screwdriver.
made the choice. Stir it up with the bottle.
Wow.
Didn't break. Wow. Wonder if they expected it to.
Hey, green beard. So, I mean, your life's over. You're covered in moss.
Yeah.
You know, that's it for you. I wouldn't really want to... The screwdriver gonna make it...
He looks like an emo kid, right? Them bangs and everything.
Wow.
Just a scene kid. Nothing ever works out for me. Covered with greenery. This is just my luck. It's bad. Bad luck. Bad luck. Bad luck. Oh, shit. He's got a fucking straight up beard now. He's a hipster.
Green beard.
We call him old Greenbeard.
He could be a pretty cool pirate now.
Fuck yeah.
You got moss growing on your chair, your armchair. You're gonna wash it off? That's just gonna feed it, right? Like the water would just make it grow.
It's calling for the water.
See, this is what I worry about. Like, we make contact with aliens at some point, and they have some kind of weird shit.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? It just... Come on. Oh, my God.
Got it all on his dick.
Where's my cake?
It's his dad.
Is that the cake guy?
I think it's the same guy that has been the doctor and everybody.
So, I mean, like... Let's say you can wash all this green shit off your body. How do you
But-
get it down the drain?
Doesn't matter. You can just wipe it out. Like cat hair. This fucking guy, he's like telling him, don't get in the water though.
Right. I mean,
That's
water's gonna do something.
just cool that like little paranormal thing they throw in there. Like what the fuck?
So
His
bizarre.
dad
Yeah.
just came to tell him and warn him.
Is he
Like
hallucinating?
yeah,
from
is
the
this
green-
guy? Yeah, can does he have the sixth sense?
This is how Jim Carrey got the part for Grinch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Funny? No. I don't like that Simon. All right, fine. I'll just stay silent and enthralled by what's going on.
Right. If you could edit together scenes from The Grinch and this.
Yes.
Okay.
And Swamp Thing on the
Mhm.
USA channel.
And Toxic
Good show.
Avenger.
Oh, be a stretch maybe. half of their budget was just fucking plants
Yeah.
and fake moss and shit.
I'm curious what the guy's gonna look like green. Curiosity to know more.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just blending in. Oh no.
I think I've seen this part.
He's going for the shotgun. He might just have had enough.
Yeah, he blows his brains out.
Please, God. Let my luck be in. Just this once. Please, God. Just this once.
Wow.
Boom.
I don't know where I've seen it, but I've seen that.
Oh, I'm
scene.
sure somebody's gift that out or some meme. Lots of rain. So it's just gonna rain and like make it cover
Make it
everything.
spread.
So yeah, it looks like it is spreading
Uh-huh.
down the street and stuff.
But it's gonna spread even more.
Castle Rock, Portland, Boston.
Man, let me tell you about Portland. It's by Portland.
All of these things are true.
Exploding cigarettes.
Electric buzzer
Something.
to tide you over.
It's a rain in the ocean.
Oh right, yeah, that's a water joke.
That's a water joke.
It's a play on words.
Don't hear many of those nowadays.
Look at this fucking pimped out fucking place. Ted Danson, looking handsome, laying on that couch in a mansion.
But when he goes out running, he starts a prancing.
Yeah, Ted Danson always prancing,
Leslie Nielsen.
romancing, Leslie Nielsen.
Yup. I can bench press 300 pounds. I would love to see that, Ted Danson.
I bet your forehead and chin can bench press 300 pounds.
Damn, roasted.
Why wasn't it you instead of Leslie Nielsen? No?
What is the punchline there?
You don't see Ted Danson in anything anymore. But if Leslie Nielsen was still alive, you'd see him in like every spoof comedy.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, I've seen some stuff with Leslie Nielsen in it. The Naked Gun movies.
Yep.
Pretty-
Spy
pretty-
Hard.
Airplane.
Airplane.
Superhero movie.
Look at that old VCR. It looks like a.
Hey, don't knock VCR.
It's a huge. Might be a beta. I don't know. So the size that tape seems smaller there.
He's really obsessed with technology.
It's probably a Laserdisc, I'm telling you.
He takes care of it all.
Laserdisc is coming
He's
back.
like, you gotta check your connections back here.
If the only thing that makes Laserdisc valuable at all is that you can pause on a scene with Jessica Rabbit.
Rabbit spinning in the air and
Come
see
on.
her vagina.
I don't know if it's really worth the investment.
Don't call me Shirley.
No,
Yeah,
it's too early.
it's one of his lines.
I know,
Still
from
take
Airplane.
Yeah.
I said it earlier today.
Look me in the eyes.
I can't see your eyes.
John, look me in the eyes. See, John's scared.
See, John's scared.
John is a scaredy cat.
I'm a coward.
Yeah?
Damn. So he's been fucking his wife.
Oh
Wait.
my god.
Leslie is?
No, Ted Danson has, and that's why Leslie Nielsen showed up.
Son of a bitch, I'm gonna kill you.
You kill me and you'll never find out. Now don't get naughty, Harry. I fall down this floor and hit my head on that hard marble. I could fracture my skull.
That'll be fine with me.
Yeah, and then you'll never know. And believe me, Mr. Truelove, you want to know. Good violins.
Jeez, oh, Pete. He's got enough hair on his chest to make a fur rug.
Yeah. Real man does.
Except for the tires.
My 5 hairs beg to differ.
Cool Jeep.
Yeah, that's fucking fresh, dude.
Some stripes on it.
Killer whip, bro.
Yeah, man, that's brand new, right? 80 something, 84.
82.
This movie's as old as I am.
Wow.
Same year.
82?
Definitely. I read the back, so most certainly 1982 Warner Brothers.
Yeah. This says it at the beginning of the movie, too.
To put that in perspective, I was born almost a decade and a half later. Ryan can give me with his wisdom, so I don't...
What year were you born?
94.
Oh, okay, it's 12 years. Yeah, same year as Stargate, ain't it?
Yep. Think so.
It's Stargate Generations with, oh my gosh. Right?
Oh.
Same thing.
Star Trek Generations?
Yeah, Stargate, Star Trek, same thing.
Same damn thing.
Yep,
Yeah.
same thing.
If it isn't Star Wars the reboot, I don't want to hear about it.
Out.
Checks out.
It checks out.
So
there's nobody there,
yeah.
and all you see is a shovel.
You
Do
go
you
dig
tr-
a hole.
Yeah, but do you try and take this dude?
You smack him in the head with a shovel and run away, right? So you got a gun pointed at you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
He's
got
about
a
to.
gun under in his ankle.
Yep.
Under in his ankle.
He's going to set him up. He thinks that
There's already a hold up.
Notice how the water creeps in?
his girlfriend or his wife, but now.
Right.
I don't know what the hell you think.
They have a gun. I'm in control.
And he put distance, good enough a distance, to where he's not close enough to get fucking anything.
No,
Yeah.
Harry. Not nearly far enough. Now, if you're thinking of becoming a hero,
Some lady just jogs by and she's like,
Yeah.
doesn't notice. Got headphones in.
Yeah.
No bra.
Right.
It's the 80s.
And perfect distraction.
Yep.
You created diversion by taking off your top. I'll hit him in the head with the shovel.
Yep. I'll fight for the gun.
So this would be our 6th episode of the NBKIA podcast.
Indeed.
I think that's kind of a landmark.
Yeah, think so too.
Yeah. So it's a little bit of a celebration.
We got past 5.
A jubilation.
The jubilation that's why we got the natty ice or the natty
Yeah,
light.
I was telling my girlfriend earlier, I was like, I gotta be there tonight. It's the 6th one.
Yep. I gotta be there tonight. It's the 7th one, hopefully.
I left my wedding to come here.
No, I could get like 20, I don't know, 20, 30 of these in a year.
Yeah.
No problem. 52, right? It's one a week.
Yep.
He was dead on, by the way.
Yeah, I think he Googled
You were like,
it
I
before.
think the average person watches 20 to 30 movies. And John looks it up and he's like, oh my god. Good guess.
I'm just a stupid ass. I know a lot about nothing.
I learned I watch way too many movies.
Right.
If I'm watching one a week.
I feel like I don't agree with that. Like I watched, just for instance, I've watched Hateful Eight,
Yeah.
I think 3 times,
Yeah.
like back to back recently.
I finally saw Inglourious Bastards.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't
What'd you
realize
think?
I had no idea. I kind of feel like I've been missing out. I haven't seen that one all
Yeah.
the way through.
Yeah.
Only parts of it. I've seen parts of Hateful Eight.
Yeah.
Django Unchained, you know. It's like
Django
like a
Unchained is
Tarantino
unbelievable,
Kick and,
yeah.
you know, those are really good movies.
Mm-hmm.
I think that he's just such a student. You know, he's just such a huge fan himself of movies.
Yeah.
He takes it a little further, I think, somehow.
Just for good measure, I'd like take the shovel and shove it in the dude's teeth.
Oh, yeah. He's getting off on this,
Put a
though.
horseshoe crab on his face.
Like, where does...
Ah.
Where
Did you
does...
know a gallon of their blood can bring in like $60,000?
Of a goose?
Horseshoe crab blood?
What?
Yeah,
How do you get the blood from a horseshoe crab?
by extracting it.
How much is in a single? How many horseshoe crabs would you need to get a gallon of?
Oh,
horseshoe
Jesus.
crab
Probably
blood?
like, fuck,
Yeah, I think
1,000 more?
I believe that they have like farms and stuff for them, but they use them for vaccines and whatnot.
Really?
I believe so. I just saw a thing
That's
not too long ago
interesting.
about it. Uh-oh.
Oh, I hate that. You know that sand in your teeth,
Dude.
Grit feel.
I want to fill your mouth up with sand. Like, this is what I'm saying. Where's, like, revenge? And then, like, you realizing that you're just a sadist.
I know, right?
You're like, well, I love
Yeah, I'm gonna
this.
kill you and go back to this woman that you know.
Yeah. Wake up to a crab. It's like, what up?
Yeah, man. There's that crab.
So, if you wiggled your fingers, right? Could you? I don't know. I've been buried with sand.
You could
I
dig
don't know.
yourself out pretty
Don't
easily.
you think you could?
Yeah,
I would
mean,
love to try and test that as like a Mythbusters thing. Because I don't know if they've ever done that one. If you're buried in sand, you could wiggle out.
I think.
I mean, who knows how long it would take, right?
Okay, there was
Like, but if you could just get some kind of movement and then just keep that movement going, you would be able to shift the sand some, right?
I think it just depends on how tightly packed it is and the weight of the sand.
Even
'Cause there was
then,
a
though,
guy
I'm
who
saying.
like was down in this hole, and somehow this guy was like working, right, like digging this hole, or whatever.
Yeah.
And this dump truck, whatever, like dumped all this sand in it, and it's it filled in around him so quickly, it's made it.
Oh, it
impossible
crushed
for him
his
to-
chest. Yeah,
couldn't
yeah,
breathe.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I've seen
1,000
that.
Ways to Die.
1,000 Ways to Die. I love that show. So, yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I agree. But that's it falling in on you and you not just being, like, packed into
Right, you're
it.
gonna be able to dig your way out somehow.
I hope so. I would think so.
Like this
I would
was
bet on that.
tons of sand rushing in all around.
Oh,
him.
that
Just the
you're
weight
fucked.
from it.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah, like come on. But if someone digs a hole, get in the hole. Okay, you just wait for them to walk away, and then you wiggle your way out.
That's a trick. You son of a bitch!
Come on, Sam Malone, get it together here.
Just the rage right now. He should just fucking Super Saiyan out of there. Be like, because he's gonna watch his fucking loved one drown now. He's drowning his own wife
Right.
to get revenge on him and her. This dude is one sadistic fuck.
I'm gonna show you a video.
Yeah,
So is this live footage that he's showing?
yeah.
Somehow?
He's got a camera hooked up. I don't know how, but this guy loves technology.
Yeah, he's
Does he?
got lots
Yeah,
of batteries.
that's what he loves. Look, he's ran coax cable on the back of his Jeep all the way from whatever spot he has of her,
I feel like
so
I have
that
way,
he could fucking show it to
way
him.
too much in common with this guy.
Right? Yeah.
Like I
He's
like
really-
Jeeps.
he's
I
really
like
likable.
coax cable.
Oh,
I'm not going to the beach with Brian anymore.
You probably shouldn't. I'll fucking bury you.
Oh, I'm going to go to the beach with Brian then.
No.
so this
You gonna
is
bury me?
I just
Put my head in the sand?
yeah, like
if-
a fucking
yeah,
ostrich. Woo! Get that ass in that air. What that ass do, boo?
Oh my God.
That ass do, boo?
Girlfriend who?
Making me uncomfortable.
Yeah?
So, not really, no.
But this is where he's telling him, he's like, the trick is to not get panicked and, do your breathing correctly.
thought
Because when water comes in, you can hold your breath because the tide will always come in and then it has to return out. So as long as you can hold your breath,
right?
you can get through it, right?
Wow. But all that water's going to get inside the TV. It's going to
Oh,
short
yeah.
out, and you won't be able to see the girl.
But see, she's panicking. So she's not...
Right.
Stop it!
He'd
But-
be able to get his shoulders out though.
But
It's
it's...
not that far.
Yeah.
There's got to be a way. Did he tie him up before he put him in it? I mean, could he...
I just always thought that was like that's a great shot, by the way. I love the shot. I always thought it was cool though and brilliant that they put that in there. It's like he even coaches him. He goes, this is what you could do to possibly get through this.
Right.
It's very Quentin Tarantino like.
Give him a fighting chance, kind of.
But Stephen King too. Stephen King writes some sadistic shit like that.
Oh, this poor woman.
He actually has a book, one of the Richard Bachman books, because he had an alias that he wrote
Right,
under.
yeah.
The Rage maybe, where this kid does a school shooting. But this book is like from the 70s or something.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy, or early 80s.
Yeah, I mean, my son's school actually had some weird scare recently, some Facebook
Really?
stuff. Yeah, and I was like,
Some
this
Facebook
is bizarre.
stuff.
I got a letter from the principal saying, like, we have an increased police presence now at the school. I'm like, it's probably a good idea.
It's probably a good
And
idea.
just don't let anybody in there. You know what I mean? Like, that's
Yeah.
the idea.
Yeah.
That's how those things happen. Like, some kid had access to a school because his mom worked there or something. Like, I'm actually kind of glad when they're, like, not letting me in.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, hey, can I, like, just go with my kid to, like, breakfast at school or whatever? And they're like, nope. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
You have to pass a background check to do stuff like
Oh,
eat
yeah.
lunch at the school with your kid
Totally.
and stuff. And I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
So I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Have as many cops as you want. You know?
To me, that kind of gets too much, but I'm like that. Like, I was upset with my high school because it was too many cameras.
Oh, yeah.
We were like undercover cops there. I was just like, dude, this isn't a prison.
Yeah.
You know, this is where I'm supposed to come and
You
learn
shouldn't feel
something.
uncomfortable there. You need to feel comfortable.
Like maximum security
Right.
shit.
Yeah, you
like
should, yeah.
for people leaving
Yeah.
from lunch to go drive around and come back. And they're like, what are you up to?
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I always got busted with them cigarettes. I had to pay a ticket because I got caught smoking in high school.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, yeah, we're gonna give you a ticket.
Just
Treat you
being
like-
on property of, like, school property, and you can get a ticket, even if you're over 18.
Yeah, man.
There's no tobacco use. This dude's got a badass pad, too. He's so excited.
He's way too
This
happy.
is a joker.
Way too happy about this.
This is some maniacal shit,
Just
man.
watch these poor people drown on the TV.
Yeah,
man.
he's- this is the perfect bad guy. You gotta hold your breath for a long time. He's kind of getting remorseful. Plays it off well. That's a cool shot of getting that water. Like, ooh, man. Ooh, wow,
Yeah, I mean,
God. It's going to take like a minute for it to even go back in.
That really is some pretty stellar acting on the part of Leslie Nielsen there.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's a character with dichotomy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he actually has... I mean, he is this sadistic villain that you despise, but then he has a moment of, like, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't do this.
Yeah, or he's like, yeah. Like,
come
he's
on,
still
man.
doing it, you know?
Richard!
Come on, dude. What a great way to create suspense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you. You hear me, Richard? You hear me, Richard? I'm gonna get you!
Hold your breath there, Harry.
The music.
Hold your breath.
Yeah, it's very John Carpenter. Like, ooh,
Oh, right.
man, look at how high that water is. Ugh.
Wait, how did it race so fast?
Because the tide comes in.
That
Like,
fast?
well, I mean, I think they sped it up for time's sake, but
So he's gonna get him when he's a robot, or not a robot, but a corpse.
that TV's
A
fucking
robot.
toast, man. Fuck
No, all they
that.
gotta do is use some foam.
Yeah, there's some guy, YouTube. He's like, what happened? I found this old TV on the beach, so I said, hey, how can I make it work? I took it back to my place, this is what I did. Do, 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 do. Some music kicks in, montage of him unloading it, and setting out the tools. It's like, okay, first of all, you're going to blow sand off. Okay, there's a lot of sand on the beach. I don't know how long it's been there. Let's get that sand off. Do, 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 do. Music while he montages and does it. What is this bucket? Fuck the bucket, dude.
If it ain't in the bucket, then fuck it.
I only fuck it if it's like a bucket.
That's a pail. Clearly.
Oh,
that's
it is a pail. That's right.
It's a pale blue pail. Commonly found at beaches.
A little bit out for my homies.
Some little kid forgot it. I left my pail.
Yeah.
My pale blue pail at the beach.
If Johnny brings up that fucking pail one more time, I'm beating his ass. Fucking pail's gone. I put my crayons in there.
They filmed this at Lake Michigan or something.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, this is the ocean, right?
It's a bathtub with a blow dryer.
Sometimes I think they use like the Great Lakes as like stand-ins for, you know. You film a movie in Chicago.
There's just stock footage of
Right.
that.
Oh, right.
You can literally find like stuff that's been used prior and just like helicopter shots and whatever.
Yeah,
just
I
be
was
like,
just
pew,
watching
throw
a
it
little
in
something
there.
about stock footage. This guy's
Yeah.
whole job, you know.
Stock footage
He's
is a
like,
big
here's-
deal.
yeah,
Because if
cheap-
you can get it, it's like
cheap
it'll save
ways
you.
to-
Yeah, it'll
to-
save you thousands.
And if all you're doing, if all you have is narration and music or something, and you're like, the ocean is our finest resource,
Yeah.
and you just have like a nice shot
And the seagull.
flying over some seagulls, some music,
Seagulls.
Done.
He's done.
in the bag.
Look at this fucking
Checks
suit he's
out.
got on.
Does that suit
Velvet.
check out?
Does that suit check out? It's a bit, what is it? Is it
Okay.
even pajamas? Is that what it's supposed to be?
I like to match, you know what I mean? But when you have like your pants and your shirt made of the same exact fabric,
And it's like
and it's like
kind of
like
satin
plush.
there, yeah.
Come on, it's the same. It's a jogging suit, or what do you call it?
That was nice back then. If you saw an old dude dressed like that, you'd be like,
You were
hell
wow,
yeah.
he's got some class.
Hey, he's
Some
going
real
to take me out to a good burger joint I've never been to. Yeah, the fucking lettuce is
They
fresh.
put lettuce on their burgers. See, it's real good.
It's real good. Bacon's crisp. The bacon's real crisp. And the mashed
Nobody got
potatoes
a
don't
better
hurt my
burger than
teeth.
us. The mashed potatoes are actually not hard.
Yeah. And you can't taste the powder. They're not the processed bullshit.
Blub, 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 blub.
I'm surprised this dude doesn't have like bass, like some kind of funky like dubstep
Oh, right.
playing. Look at this
Some
fucking
wah guitar?
statue.
Some like wah guitar.
Yeah, but and then like two Asian chicks like partying with him. He's all alone. So that means he really cared about that woman, you know? He was really like, it broke his heart. See? She was cheating on him with fucking Ted Danson.
Yeah, that's a dichotomy. Like maybe at some point he wasn't such a bad guy, but he was.
Yeah, it's a character arc.
Yeah, he. There's a what do they call that in literature when you have a character that changes? There's static and 3-dimensional.
Yeah.
The character that actually like changes throughout the story because of it. It's 3-dimensional.
Yeah, you have to have some kind of progression. We have to learn and have some kind of moral dilemma.
So what do you think this guy learned?
Well, he learned that revenge is fucking
Or what is he
not
about
what
to
he
learn?
expected.
Spoiler alert.
He already knew that though. Like he knew it wasn't something that he was starting to feel bad. He realized that he had maybe gone too far.
Yeah,
And if they are happy, then why not let them be happy?
I know.
Well, my question is, why is it exactly that the guy that showed some sort of remorse of his wrongdoing is being punished by the people that were doing the wrongdoing in the beginning?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like to flip the
Adultery,
It's just
yeah.
crazy. Like
Yeah. It's in the Bible.
It's in the Bible. They're going. Zombies are in the Bible.
you.
Jesus fucking raised someone from the dead.
I think it's like the idea of like, okay, we have one twist. You know, let's throw another one in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's
Well,
continue
this
to
dude's
turn
got
it on
the
its
fucking.
head.
This dude's a fucking dipshit. First of all, nobody should care that much about a VCR.
Right. No one
And-
should worry about zombies having to.
No. Yeah.
I mean, that's dumb.
He just goes downstairs and he just sees them fucking doing it on his couch.
They're
It's
undead.
fucking swamp zombies
Suddenly
banging.
not jealous anymore.
Yeah,
You know what
he's
I mean?
just like, let me get on this, disrobes.
It was the 70s, right?
80s, 82.
Yeah, and then he's like, or they're like, he's like, let me get on this.
Yeah.
And then they're like, surely you must be joking. He's like, I'm not. And don't
Don't call me Shirley.
Speaking of which, Airplane, 1989 or whatever.
Steaks on a plane?
Steak? Steaks on a plane.
Yeah, steaks on a plane. It's just
You want a
people.
medium or rare?
Yeah, there's just people in the fucking first class
First
eating
class.
steaks the whole movie.
Would you like some?
A guy chokes.
Some calamari? What-
Yeah. You want some
Surf-
calamari?
surf
Dude, I
and
like
turf.
calamari, but here's the thing. If you deep fry it too much, it becomes very rubbery.
Yeah, I had some
And they-
really good calamari down in DC.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, what
Oh,
were
yeah.
you down in D.C. for?
That's a place called Carrabba's.
Why were you down in
Carrabba's.
I was working down in DC.
D.C.? Oh, well, nice.
Stripping windows.
How long were you down there for?
I was down there since March 11th to the 9th, I guess. So almost a month.
Watch these script shots. That's fucking so... Oh, man, that looks so good. Tom Savini doesn't fuck around, boy.
Yeah, you know, I've never really been disappointed by Savini's style.
Yeah.
His work is fantastic.
And it's all practical.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing. Like, because I mean, this movie has this sort of element of corniness already, so it's like acceptable somehow to have,
Yeah.
you know,
Lighting.
It's clear.
It's all
Obviously,
about
it's just
lighting.
makeup. It's lighting. Yeah, I mean, there's
Yeah.
not a whole lot you really have to do.
You just gotta know how to do it.
Yeah, just put some green dye and some oatmeal, and it looks really gross.
$5 says he turns around and they're there.
Oh, dude, this is when that shit was just fresh.
Okay.
This is what made that a cliche, you know? It was expected.
You just want to bet.
Yeah.
Give me $5. Or the camera. Your choice.
One time my Aunt Faye took me to see Vampire in Brooklyn, and my fucking cousin wanted to see it really bad, and I told him, I was like, hey, Aunt Faye, and I went to go see fucking Vampire in Brooklyn. And I bet him like fucking $5, you know, and he's like, fine, I'm asking her, because he was all mad about it that he didn't get to go. And he asked, and she was like, oh yeah, we saw that. And he was like, oh, and he got all mad, and he's like, here's your $5, and just started kneeing me.
Oh, God.
It's like fucking bucks.
Wow.
Yeah,
Knee
I got.
to the head.
Yeah, no, to my Charlie horse spot my thigh,
Yeah.
and he got to 3, and I was like, no more.
Yeah.
My fucking
One is too many.
12-year-old self.
Jesus.
Yeah, Vampire in Brooklyn got him so upset.
I get it. Kids are mean. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, where's he getting that from? You know, kids are mean. But come on.
Yeah, his dad needed to hit him harder.
Yeah.
He didn't get abused enough. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Amen.
And he probably
For
should
sure.
have kicked you even harder.
I can hold my breath for a long time. This is my favorite story. Crate. This is what it's all about, man.
I've seen this. I don't remember what happens, but this is like extreme deja vu.
Yeah,
Wow,
For
okay.
whatever reason, I think this segment of the movie has been more like, whatever. Like you could find this whole thing on YouTube pretty easily.
This has scared the shit out of me though. Every time I like,
Really?
especially at my parents' house, because if you go down in the basements, you can look underneath the stairs like that. It doesn't have a grate or anything, but like,
For some reason, there was in my grandmother's house, this old farmhouse that had been there for like 100 years. In the bathroom, there was like this weird grate thing, and it just looked like a bottomless black pit. Where did that go? Just air went through there? I had no idea. So when you're 7, that stuff is...
Yeah.
well, yeah, the thing is too, I've seen. Thank you.
You're welcome. John! Nice to see you, John.
I don't know what movie it was, but there is some movie out there that there's like a basement, and there's like these little demons that are underneath the stairs.
Okay.
And then they like run out and attack you when you're there.
Okay, I think I saw that too.
I have no recollection of what it is, but I saw it when I was like,
There's a movie, another Stephen King movie called like Cat's Eye or something like that. And like it's another anthology thing. And you followed this cat like throughout all these different stories.
Yeah.
I think John likes me.
And supposedly there's this little goblin that comes out.
Well, yeah,
like,
Wait,
saw-
this
I-
is Stephen
Eric-
King?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Cat's Eye.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought there was 2 of them.
And there's a
though.
weird little goblin with a sword.
No, because he's like, it showed the in the perspective of the like little monsters or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's like a maid or something like that that went down the stairs
Yeah.
and like they'd like run out from underneath the stairs or underneath the sink, and I want to go in my basement
Right.
for a while because of that.
Yeah, I never liked basements either.
No.
There's always like, you
Nobody
just go
does.
down there, you go get the ice cream from the cooler in your grandma's basement. It smells like cat poop. Because cat shit everywhere. And then you run back upstairs.
No, my grandma had 2 poodles, and they would poop on you while you were sleeping.
Really?
Yeah, because you were forced to sleep on the floor,
I have never...
and these 2 little poodles fucking would just
I'm
shit.
sorry, I've never heard of a poodle pooping on somebody. God damn it.
Fuck.
I would be pretty upset.
Right? Yeah, trauma. That's why you remember it.
Making you sleep on the floor. You're a kid, you can handle it.
Didn't she have like extra beds or anything for you?
No, not at all. And plus, she probably didn't like kids. I don't think she ever had them.
Whoa.
Wait, not my grandma. It was, we called her my grandma,
Okay.
but it was actually my grandfather's sister. So that would be like was like the sister of your
Great aunt.
your great aunt.
I guess great aunt.
So, but I called her my great grandmother.
Yeah.
Was Did your
I called her my great grandmother.
did your actual grandma pass away, and that's why you called her grandma, or was that just like
No.
some weird thing?
Probably just weird. You know, I got family in Kentucky, so probably family trees get drawn awkwardly.
Yeah, there's a guy at work that has family in Kentucky too, and I swear to God, he looks really fucking similar to you.
Oh shit, we might be kin.
Maybe.
Kinfolk.
Yeah.
Yes.
Might be kinfolk.
That's a southern thing.
Mm-hmm.
I met a guy, I worked with a guy down in D.C. who is from, I think he's from South Carolina. He lived in Texas.
Yeah.
He claimed to have met Elvis and all this
Oh,
stuff.
shit.
And he made all these other claims. Like, I partied with Elton John. And I mean, I don't know.
Recently?
I was yeah.
No, I mean,
He was a cool guy.
was the guy like
Nice.
older, or was he like saying that he met Elvis?
I think
like,
he said he met
post
Elton John.
Mm.
He met Elton John like when he lived in New York or something. And he met Elvis when he was like a little kid. So
How old
he
is
was
this
like-
guy?
Who is this guy?
I don't know. He's this guy named Jeff.
Well,
He's like, I seen
mean,
him from
I don't
a
know if I wanna-
distance. I met him.
How old was he though?
What's the
roughly?
story?
Like,
He said he went to an Elvis concert when he was a little kid. Somebody took him with, and like
In the 70s?
and then Elvis like came out and like was like, hey man, how you doing, man, little guy? He's like, I don't know, I'm a kid. And then he pointed to him during the show. He told this whole elaborate story about how like Elvis pointed to the manager, Elvis's girlfriend, and his kid. He's like, my little buddy Jeffrey over there. Thanks for coming. I don't know. He also claimed to have a guitar that had been broken by Johnny Cash. So I mean, like, I'm not entirely certain.
Okay, this guy's a...
I'm not
Fucking-
entirely certain.
Yeah,
he
this
was-
guy's a liar.
wait, I was curious if this guy was saying that he met Elvis after Elvis died, quote unquote.
Said he was in the Navy, naval intelligence.
Oh, jeez, this is a
Worked for
fucking...
the NSA.
Oh, this dude's straight up a liar.
I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this.
Wow.
What was his last
I'm
name?
gonna be like, hey man, because
What's his
we were
social-
sort of made friends. I don't know.
What's his social
Social-
security
social
number?
security- I'll tell you my social security number right now.
All right.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Somebody's like, fuck, he just said my social security number.
It's also Simon's address. 1, 2,
Oh,
3,
shit.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 street.
How bad would that suck though if you got stuck with 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9? That dude is getting fucked on the daily. He can guarantee
He's like,
it.
damn it. Again with this
It's
shit.
not gonna be, like that 8, 6, 7, 5,
309, yeah.
That created some sort of,
Did you ever call that number?
some woman got like
Yeah, that was her real actual number.
Yeah,
She had to change it.
she got 60,000 calls.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Superstar.
Someone's
So-
not been doing his job. He's got cobwebs all over that shit.
Yeah, he should have been cleaning that shit.
Right?
So I asked everybody who's the most famous person you've met, and he's like Elvis, and I was like Lou Ferrigno, which I think is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Because it's true. I was at a comic book convention, Lou Ferrigno's just standing there, no one's around.
Yeah.
Like, how come no one is around? It's this Lou fucking Ferrigno, the Hulk, and everything. And he's like, he actually had to like extend his hand to me because I was just standing there frozen. And he's like, hey man, how you doing?
Yeah.
He shook my hand. I was like, I don't have money. They're they try to like sell their
Oh, yeah.
signatures for $20.
I know, it's crazy. I went to fucking a comic, well, it was Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And, shit, what's his name there that does all he studied from Tom Savini. And he
okay.
did Nick, Notaro, or what's the fuck his name is, the FX guy. He does, for Walking Dead, he's directed some, but Greg Nicotero or something. He did From Dusk Till Dawn special effects.
Okay.
And it was $44 or
Wow,
some shit,
sure.
$50 to get his fucking signature.
Sure. Yeah.
But you could buy it from a vendor in there from the year before for like 40 or 35.
yeah, this was.
It's like I might as well just buy it, even though he
Right.
wrote it out. Didn't write it
It's
to me.
one
It's
from
like,
a year ago.
yeah,
I'll hang on to this for a year and sell it to the next convention.
yeah.
Yeah, I was at WizardCon. I think in I don't remember what year it was. But they had Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes there.
Oh wow.
Huge line for those guys.
Oh, I bet.
They had Aaron Gray and
Was it like $100 too?
Oh, I don't know.
I bet it was.
It didn't even bother. It was a million.
I bet it was
people.
$100 to get
And
at
then,
least.
Aaron Gray, an actress from Battlestar Galactica, original series, she was there. You know, there was a pretty big line for her. I'm like, why is there no line for Lou Ferrigno? You could just walk up,
Nobody knows.
shake his hand.
Yeah. He's out, like,
awesome.
he's working there. He's just, like, directing Chadwick. and shit.
He has to put on, like,
Yeah. He's like, I'll lift you and bear hug you for 30.
he has a vest. He's like, yeah, they're having me move some stuff around, but, you know, I have a hand truck and a pallet jack. Safety. You know.
Lou Ferrigno.
He's just picking up a couple bucks, working in the warehouse.
Wow.
Oh, man, he was selling his signatures.
So that's John Carpenter's wife.
Adrienne Barbeau.
Yep. She was in Swamp Thing. She was in The Fog. Is it
Fog.
DJ or the disc jockey?
I have a VHS
She's a great
of The
actress.
Fog.
Oh, great.
She was in The Thing as the dog. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
I thought she was.
She's beautiful.
I thought she was it.
She was it.
Yeah.
In the Stephen King's TV
The new one.
version.
Huh.
I was-
Georgie?
What a balloon.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay, so just think
are you
about
doing?
because
Right.
earlier he blew her brains out at the party. He's been just thinking about killing his
Right.
wife for some time. Like he is unhappy, you know.
You don't have those thoughts?
You know, it's crazy because she's
I
playing.
no, I mean at certain times I've been unhappy enough in a relationship where I think, like if I was only free, you know,
So
not by murder.
there's a
There's no other way.
Yeah, there is.
conversation.
it's
Took a
just
dark
conversation.
turn. Sorry, guys. So she plays a really likable person in most of the movies I've seen her in.
Yeah.
But for some reason, she's this total bitch in this one. Why is that?
She probably wanted a character change.
Right.
She just didn't like being liked, and she wanted to be. She wanted to cast
didn't want to
disdain
get-
in people's eyes.
Well, there's
Typecast or
yeah,
pitching.
typecast. That it happens a lot. There's that guy that was the alien bad guy in X-Files. He was the cult leader in Cobra,
Okay.
Stallone movie.
Okay.
But he got typecasted as a villain all
Yeah,
the time.
well, I mean, like if you're
he
good
played
at
Shao
it-
Kahn in that shitty Annihilation movie,
Really?
Mortal Kombat.
I have that on VHS.
Yeah.
Don't ever watch that. If you
So-
get the chance, don't watch it.
So if you're offered something that's different, or you get to have a voice, and say, "Oh, maybe I picture I could do this." Well, I don't know. You've done only this. Well,
Right.
this is your chance to like add that to your resume
Right,
too.
I see.
To
Yeah,
be like,
that
I've
makes
done something else.
Yeah, might as well, right? I don't know. I just feel like if I was an actor, I would just stick to one thing. I would just stick to one thing. You know what I mean? I would just stick to one.
One thing.
Because I just wouldn't want to go outside my comfort zone. You know what I mean?
Well,
I would pull the Mark Hamill.
or the Jim Carrey.
You know, I
Where
don't want to
he's
go outside
kind
my
of-
comfort zone.
He stepped outside of his comfort zone. He's pretty much destroyed his career,
Yeah. Oh, by doing dramatic stuff.
in a sense.
Well,
and
just him as a person now is not very
appealing.
palatable.
Yeah,
So,
So like
exactly.
Eternal
Yeah,
Sunshine
palatable.
of the Spotless. Anus.
Well, but I mean, after that, he did
Eternal
23
Sunshine,
days or
the
whatever.
the number 23.
Yeah, the number 23.
Don't ever do any. Okay.
But now he does art in this
Right.
fucking warehouse.
It's fantastic.
It is fantastic. I
Yeah.
feel like he's had to do like some
He's found his shit now.
hallucinogens, man.
No, I like Jim Carrey. There's some really funny. Clips of him doing like death metal vocals, and he's in, I think Cannibal Corpse is in.
This is one of my favorite fucking action scenes.
Does it rip him?
So
I bet it rips his arm off.
I bet it doesn't.
Oh, I'll trust you because you've seen this a lot.
Or I'm trying to poker face.
It might rip it in half.
Look at this thing. Damn, that thing's angry as shit, dude.
Completely takes him up.
a big furry thing.
Yeah.
And then it drops him down and his head's gone. Why go for the head?
Look at
when
all
it's-
that blood. Because he can, like, fucking bite it on the...
Yeah, I mean, this stuff, when you're a child, is utterly
Yeah.
terrifying.
It took his whole body in.
Yep.
I was expecting it to be one of those, like, quick scares. Sorry, go ahead.
This is a nice touch there at the end where the electricity was, like, shorted out by the blood.
Yeah.
The blood dripping on the outlet.
Was that, like, foreshadowing for something that's going to happen really soon?
No.
Someone getting
But I
electrocuted.
think that this is hilarious. This fucking student of the college was just like works there too, and he's like chilling. And then the professor, who's like supposed to be the mentor and fucking show guidance to him, is like coming out and be like, ah, dude! Like, he's like, what the
He's
fuck?
completely
Yeah.
lost it.
How in the hell are you supposed to
Lost
do
his
that as a student? He had more of a...
What do you mean? Well, you can be however old and go to college. You can go at any time.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can.
Between 18 and 24.
I had like a 63-year-old woman that was getting an engineering degree in my class.
What's he doing now? Is he scared to leave his box?
He's moving it back
Why?
because he likes it like that. I like it like that.
You do make an interesting point. I mean, this guy who's supposed to be a student is almost the same age as their professor.
No
Yeah.
way.
Well,
You think so?
Wait, is he supposed to be playing a guy who's like 24?
A theme book?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
dude,
he
you can
looks
be
like
at
he's
college
about
at any
30.
time.
Yeah, but when you typically depict a college student, you don't go reach for the people that have like realized their passion later in life. You go for the kids that just got out of high school. So, for the perspective point, you would...
He's got pencils and pins shoved into his pocket.
That would be a dead giveaway that dude's in his 30s.
He's got the polo shirt tucked
Tucked
in.
in shirt.
Yeah, tucked in. No belt.
Tucked in, no belt.
No.
Wow.
Wow.
We're really pushing it.
This dude
Pushing
does
the limits.
strung out and stressed really well, right? He's very believable.
His wife probably beats him when he gets home and he says he didn't have a good day on the
I don't
street.
know. I think this guy's got it chill. Oh no, he's been banging one of the young fucking college students.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
Hey, come on, dude. This
'Cause
guy?
she was
this
at
is
the-
the student, right? The guy with the glasses.
Yeah, but the professor, yeah, he's
No,
been
dude.
banging it.
Oh. So, yeah, I mean, it's a really strange sort of direction to go with the story.
One
You know?
part of his shirt tucked in, one part out. He's almost like a Bryan Cranston or something.
Oh, right, yeah. Like a likable guy in a situation.
Yeah.
That's just
Who can do
completely
panicked well.
beyond- Right.
Yo. Dude, this.
Man, there's something under the stairs.
Oh, man.
something under the
Stairs. Rated R. This part, man, this is brutal. This is so fucking brutal. This was a game changer for me as a kid. Because I didn't realize, like, I knew possibilities of FX, but at this point, I had never seen The Thing.
Yeah.
I have never seen a lot of movies that I would later be turned on to. But seeing this fucking changed me forever. Because it showed me, like, that derma wax shit that you can get and plaster onto somebody, or then, like, make carvings into, and it makes your flesh look like it actually was ripped. And, like, you just use toilet paper tissue and, like, put it down, and then you put, like, the fucking derma wax over it.
Yeah.
And the latex.
Yeah, can you, like, don't they, like, make wounds with makeup and then cover them up somehow? With,
So
like,
then, yeah.
flesh tone, so that when it, like, rips away.
Yeah. But this
I always
was
wondered
just...
how they did that stuff to
Dude,
make
but-
it look so gruesome.
And in 82, I was
What?
just... This is fucking game changer.
A lot of times they're just using, like, some slice of meat, you know, some actual...
Yeah, but you can't have a slice of meat on somebody's, face. You gotta have derma wax and latex.
Well, like, if you have a severed limb, you just stick, like, a cut of meat in the end of, like, the leg or whatever, and it looks really good, because it's actually...
ramen noodles. You get them wet and put them as like when you bite into the latex and neck, you just pull out the ramen noodles.
Yeah.
Look at this fucking shit.
Yeah.
That fucking monkey's been waiting. Red light.
Wow. Alright, so that wound in his shoulder, you think that's like already there?
I think that was like a squib, like a gunshot.
Okay. Yeah, that red blue.
Could you even stand a chance against a fucking 100-year-old monkey? Oh, look at that shit! Oh my god!
Good
Just
Lord.
cut your face.
So that's
Brutal, dude.
that's
It's so brutal. This dude is trying to dip. He wouldn't even try and fight him.
Yeah, man.
I mean, you're dead, right? They cut an artery in your neck.
This was like the stuff you shouldn't be watching when you're.
Oh, my parents did not care. My parents did
HBO?
not care.
You have HBO?
Horrible body odor.
Yeah. HB bro.
HB bro. Bum, bum, bum. We were bros. So this guy's wife clearly left him to cheat on him, right? And they have chess typically.
There's a lot of cheating in these stories.
Yeah.
You know? Greed.
Adultery is like that thing that like everybody can deal, you know, at least fucking. Wow, you drank that whole thing, huh?
Oh yeah, this thing's gone.
Gork rock.
Fuck.
Oh.
Gorch
Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
Gork fuck.
You,
Go fuck yourself.
German
you
style.
gork fucker.
Hellas Lager.
Go fuck.
Hellas?
Let me see.
This stuff is straight from the devil's bung.
I'm part
Yeah.
Austrian, so.
You put
Hellas.
Austrian.
Lager.
Hellas.
Hellas.
Lager.
Elis fucker.
Assen, frassen,
Gorge.
gießen.
Gorge fuck.
Foot.
Gorge.
No, it's Goch. Fuck.
Gorge fuck.
Foot is
Gorge
plan
fucker.
B.
It's G-O-S-A. G-O-C-H, right?
Yeah.
Oh right.
Gosh.
Gosh.
Gorge.
Gosh
Gosh.
fuck.
That's
Gorge
it.
fuck.
It's gotta be. That's it. Gorge
Yeah.
fuck. Yes.
I'm good at rolling my R's.
Rita.
Right.
Let's go get the
Pretty woman.
Walking down the street.
Walking down the street. Alright, knuckle busted out. I
Okay.
gotta go to the bathroom. Alright. Alright, guys.
Okay,
This
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
Simon.
All right. So,
Right now he's showing up at his buddy's house and he's trying to plead with him to help him because he doesn't know what's going on at the fucking university. There's a fucking monkey that's killing people.
Okay.
It's killed the janitor and
So-
it's killed the fucking student.
is it a Yeti? Is it a Sasquatch?
It's
Is
some kind of swamp
it
beast.
humanoid? Is it from South America?
No, yeah, it's not swamp like. I would say it's
So somebody captured this thing, sticks it in a cage, and
sits
sends
it in a crate. The crate.
to
Chained it up.
right, and sends
And
it
it's been sitting at this
It's
university.
really hungry, man. Can we just give it something else other than people?
What's hilarious is when the janitor's gonna open it, he's like, it's gonna be probably a bunch of old Reader's Digests. It's a fucking killer monkey in there.
My grandmother had some really old National Geographics from like
Oh,
the
really?
30s and stuff.
If
Yeah.
you ever had Mr. McDonald at high school, Chesterton High, if you ever
Yeah.
went, he would make you. He'd be like, read some Reader's Digest for extra credit. Because you needed extra credit to pass the fucking class. Because
Oh.
he was that much of a stickler.
Wow, give me a National Geographic any day.
Oh, man, over a Reader's
Come
Digest.
on.
What the fuck? Find an article and what?
You can
read
see
what?
some like primitive women's breasts and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
When I was a little kid, you know, you're at the fucking doctor's office, you're like, what?
What? That's a fucking full
Come on,
on
everybody knows
ovary.
that National Geographic,
Has tribal women.
tribal women.
Yeah, we
I'm
have
not making this up. I'm not
sexualized.
the
Yeah,
first
no,
person
we've
to think of
sexualized tribal women. There's some primitive
It's in the doctor's office.
lusting
You're just,
that
like, looking-
comes from us
Flipping through a
as
magazine.
human beings in our evolution. As much as we evolve, we can still de-evolve to get one out.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that like no matter how evolved something is, there's. I mean, you have that little bit of primitive.
Oh yeah, it's there.
Whatever. You know, I like to think the brain was like built in layers, right? Like there's the whatever, as something evolved, more layers of the brain formed.
Oh,
Does that make
okay.
sense?
Yeah, I mean, definitely it does when, like where the positioning of the cerebral cortex
Right.
is. I mean, things building, because that was a game changer. Once we were able as things to create art and abstract think,
Yeah.
then
Right,
that's
there's
when.
the whole left brain, right brain thing.
Well, yeah, but the cerebral cortex is where you get your imagination from. That's where you
okay.
get your creative things
So, like,
from.
dreaming
Then your
goes on.
amygdala is where you get.
Knuckle busting. All
Hey,
right,
Simon, it's good to have you back, buddy.
Thank you.
Your amygdala is where if that is somewhere abnormal, that's where they can tell you're going to be a psycho killer.
His medulla oblongata.
Yeah. Literally, you could be. That's when we know you're
Wow.
a psychotic person.
So, yeah, I've always thought that was interesting, the different layers of the brain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, smaller things have different brains.
Yep. Smaller things can still get their wings.
Okay.
Let the fucking birds sing. Bark! So this guy is okay, Simon. This guy has literally roped his wife into coming to the university to help him
Henry, goddammit!
clean up.
How many times have I told you to lock the goddamn door?
She shows up still fucking nagging. So he's promised to help his buddy clean up the fucking situation.
Uh-huh.
And he's left a letter for her to meet him. Because he's like, I'll kill this bitch.
Henry!
There's a note.
Wilma?
Man, you're not using bleach or nothing? He's just straight up smearing the blood everywhere?
Yeah, he's not even mopping right.
Yeah, you're doing that really improperly.
Wilma, I've had to leave in a hurry because of a call.
Wilma, I've had to leave in a hurry because of the call.
Got me to sell.
Tell Betty to fuck herself.
I'm ashamed to tell you this.
And Bonnie can suck it too. And so could
He's had problems
Fred.
coping with certain young female grad students. He's been able to cover up several incidents, but this
1104?
Bananas on top of the fridge, turning brown.
Yep.
How long you gonna leave those there?
She calling her the side boy?
She got black bananas.
What is he doing?
Who drinks milk anymore?
I don't know.
Barely coherent. He was gibbering with fear and crying, I think.
Poor Jack.
Farm quality.
Tell me what had happened to the girl.
Straight from the farm to you. Milk 2%.
With blood.
So I've been told that there's like blood or some pus in milk. That's totally a myth. Like, how is that gonna happen?
What do you mean?
What the fuck is she doing? Why is she adding alcohol to it?
She's making a white Russian.
I thought you made that with
Horchata. Horchata's rice and cinnamon.
What the fuck is
Vanilla?
going on?
He's narrating.
What indeed, Henry? What indeed?
So because the professor was sleeping with a young girl, so he said that the young girl was like hiding under the fucking stairs and won't come out. And only she could be able to persuade this girl to come out because they're two guys.
So he's having her come there to go under the stairs and get killed.
In the crate. The broken glasses.
Why would he even risk getting that close to it, though? I mean,
I don't know. Maybe he knows it's asleep or like it's just eaten, right? Like two people. Fuck. I mean, that thing's got to get tired after such a big meal. It's like Thanksgiving. Who knows how long that fucking... This is a great shot. I love that.
does he like have her go under the stairs and then he pushes a grate in the way?
A grate in the... No, I don't think so.
Yeah, like puts the grate back so she can't escape it.
I don't think so.
Where are you?
The laboratory
She's got the perfect fro. She looks like she could have been the lawyer or the prosecuting attorney in the OJ trial.
I don't understand because I never saw it.
You never seen the Oh yeah, you weren't even. You were born after the OJ Simpson trial.
What? The white Ford Bronco?
Oh man.
I saw a show, like some car show, where a guy was trying to sell that, and it's like, what? The OJ Bronco?
Really?
Yeah, he's like,
he had the OJ Bronco.
Yeah, supposedly, and it was like authenticated or whatever. And he was trying to get $1 million for it. $1 million? I want to say it was like Pawn Stars, one of them stupid fucking shows. What? Sorry.
Storage Wars.
Storage battle.
We bet on things that have been strategically placed in fucking storage units. So we fucking have a show where we find shit. Whoa, these $10,000 surfboards are like laying right here on this fucking rubbish.
You guys, you ever have Indian food? Do you like Indian food?
I love Indian food.
I love curry.
Yeah.
Tim Curry. Me too.
Steph Curry.
It?
Yep. Rocky Horror.
So, Frankenfurter. I like spicy Frankenfurter. It's good. So, I walked into, when I was in D.C., my buddy and I walked into an Indian restaurant.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, I do not know. For whatever reason. I thought I was in like a Chinese buffet or something.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, could I get that mushu pork? And they're like, what? Yeah, mushu. I'm in the wrong place, man.
Yeah.
Embarrassing.
It's good. It happens. It's learning different cultures,
But
right?
I learned
It's
about
cool.
a pop star named Ranveer Singh.
Okay.
Ranveer
Singh.
And this dude's over the top. He's got some of the most insane, like, in-your-face, colorful music videos you'll ever see. It's just like, it's very much like it's very much like a sensory overload. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just colors and like crazy.
Yeah.
Real.
That's great.
Percussive. What are you doing, Henry?
Yeah.
Is this rapey? Am I wrong here?
No, this
Doesn't
is.
it seem like whenever there's like a fight, like a scuffle between a man and a woman, there's always a little bit of like, well, when you put that on screen, right? You know, they have like women like, you know, the whole like, you know, Camp Crystal Lake, like Friday the 13th thing was like, so some girl running through the woods barefoot. Because when you're barefoot, you're like vulnerable.
Yeah.
So
when you're nude, you're vulnerable.
Yeah.
When you're a woman, you're vulnerable. Because men are just like naturally fucking strong.
So what's is she okay?
He's like, wake up.
You think this is a Friday night fight? Huh? Is that what you think? You want to see some real punching?
Yeah.
Yep. The old purse whack.
Same old Henry. Afraid of your own shadow. You know what, Henry? You're a regular barnyard exhibit.
Barnyard
Size, chicken guts, piggy friends.
Yeah. Because she's a good antagonist, right?
No good at departmental politics. No good at making money.
No good at making money.
And
No good at all in the bed. Damn.
Jesus.
Huh? When was the last time you were a man in our bed? Now get out of my way, Henry, or I swear to God you'll be wearing your balls for earrings. And I swear to God, if you ever touch me again...
What?
Yeah. What's up, man?
I mean, she's not very nice, but does she deserve...
Dude, eats her face.
They
That's
have a
so
Getty.
ape-like.
Yeah, eating my spaghetti.
face eater?
He's like, just tell it to call you Billy.
That'll show that bitch for saying I can't get it up.
God. Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah, just
No, I mean,
ass.
Wow, I
He
just
just
feel
jumps
bad.
out the window.
I just feel bad for her, that's all.
Really? She's mean.
I know, but like,
It's a great shot. She deserved all of that. If anybody deserved it, it was Billy.
oh right, the
I
kid.
mean, come
Yeah,
on.
come
No,
on.
her.
Well, you know the kid, the college kid, right? The student.
Yeah, I don't think his name was Billy.
He didn't deserve anything. He
Billy-
just happened to.
Oh, he deserved it.
Really?
For not believing him.
Oh.
First of all, if somebody is that frantic, right? Like, what the fuck? Have you seen people in need? They have a board that says, God bless you, I have been laid off, I don't make money. And they sit there and they look fucking stoic and depressed.
Yeah.
If somebody came to your window and was like, hey, there is shit going on out here, be careful, like, you know, you'd be like, oh my God, this
You
dude.
might actually, yeah.
I think I believe him.
Maybe, yeah.
Or her.
Well,
So
especially
if a
you-
professor that you admire, right?
and you've never seen him like that before,
Right.
Like,
It's out of character.
yeah, totally out of, out of character.
This dude's now breaking down, and there's a monkey in a crate. I'd be like, okay. I would not die because I would be listening.
You would just trust somebody.
Yes. Fuck yes, you're an authority
Eat
here.
the warning.
Make me know what you know,
Right.
because I want to know what we're up against.
Right. This thing is
This thing's fucking
still hungry.
after three people.
3 people? Come on, man. I think he'd be pretty happy by now. What's he gonna do?
It's like, I've been eating Reader's Digest in here.
And wiping my ass with Reader's Digest.
No other. The campus is almost totally deserted. The summer session is over and the fall semester doesn't start for 2 more weeks. It was almost hellishly perfect. I never saw so much as a pair of headlights. Henry, what did you do with the crate? The crate. That's the beauty of it. You provided the final piece in the jigsaw puzzle yourself. The crate is at the bottom of Ryder's quarry. I drove out there with the remains of 3 human beings. Well, 2 human beings and Roman.
This guy's pretty comfortable. Pretty comfortable with what he's done.
Could it eat?
Dude, those for being gloves and the lighting or whatever that makes those look
Yeah.
great, you know?
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of elements working together, and I think that
Yeah.
although sometimes it does look a little corny, it's for some reason it's like
It's
just
acceptable.
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like hard. You don't. I think it's suspension of disbelief or something. It's the right context because the acting's over the top, right?
Yeah.
It's very colorful. The lighting's very dramatic. Like it's stylized, so that's what makes it acceptable. That you can have the most ridiculous plot you want, and if it's stylized the right way, then it makes it believable.
So, question is, what happens now? There's no evidence of foul play. I've seen that. And there are no bodies.
Just 2 old guys talking in a room, scotch,
Yep.
drinking.
This is
scotch
what
in
a
the
real
study.
fucking, man's lair is right there. It's like a den.
What are you going to say?
You have some fucking nice chairs, chess set,
Cigar sitting on
cigars, yup.
I spent $300
Fucking
on
scotch.
this chess set that I don't play.
Yup. No, you play it.
Oh yeah.
And you whoop ass in it.
Oh okay.
Because only a fucking person that can
Like, where you
whoop
going
ass
with
with
this,
chess
I
can fucking have the best. And the best is in the
like-
den. Because either fat or thin, you sit in a leather chair and you remember when you can be young again. And that imagination will take you to the leader of this nation.
I got a chess set that's glass that I got for my 16th birthday or 18th birthday.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've seen those at Dollar General.
I got a little. I got a
Hey,
couple.
this one's real glass, not that plastic glass. It's not something that my family made out of like forks and spoons and shit.
I have a couple of glass.
Here's a
chess.
chess set.
I like chess.
The
I play
rook's a
chess.
steak knife.
I'm trying to teach my son how to play chess.
How old is your son? 2?
He's 7.
He's 2 years old. Ryan.
He's this many years old,
Oh.
and I'm trying to.
You
teach,
like kids?
I like chess.
You like kids?
Yeah, I have.
The
kids.
kids.
He's like kids.
Chess.
Brought to you by.
You like kids chess? Kids chess. It's an easy game that you can teach anyone
It's
from
half as
fucking
many pieces.
2 to 18. Look, all ages, all the time. Kids and chess.
Not kids' chests, but kids' chests.
Shit on them. We're back.
Yeah.
So look at that art in a comic book. Fucking bamboos. I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger. No, you're not. You're Lou Ferrigno.
I met
What?
Lou Ferrigno.
I can't hear you.
At Comic-Con.
Yup. Great story.
He was the Hulk.
He was the Hulk.
Yeah.
And here's the thing about the Hulk TV show when I was a kid. I realized early on that all he did was pick people up by the pants and chuck them.
Yeah, he would break stuff.
Or yeah, he would
really
break
lightweight.
stuff. Yeah.
Try to make it look heavy and slow it down. Really slow it way down.
Shots of Jameson.
That looks heavy.
That's spicy.
Yeah.
Cockroach. Brought to you by Cockroach.
Ha! Cockroach. When you want a cock that's a roach and you just want to get high, it's a little bit of weed that'll get inside. Cockroach.
Guess I'm never going to be able to get a job because of the things that we're saying here.
No, that's why we have the disclaimer of this is for pure entertainment purposes.
Right. No,
Duh.
I know.
I know it's been a month since we.
I know about
recorded
this.
it.
Welcome back to the show,
Hey,
you
we haven't
fucking
recorded
scoundrel.
We haven't recorded an NBKIA podcast
NBKIA.
for about a month because
NBKIA. Oh! NBKIA. Oh!
Hey,
NBKIA. Oh!
That's just at the beginning. We can't do it during the show, John.
but yeah,
That's right.
Ryan went to Chicago
I went to the...
Yep.
strip at the corner of Grant and
Copper Street.
yeah. How was it?
Well, you know, they don't call it the Windy City for nothing. I'll tell you what.
Was there stuff flapping in the wind?
There was beef curtains left to right, and a nor'easter came in.
Oh,
And
damn.
I was
That's
like, I was in D.C. There was a nor'easter or something. I was like, what? Some East Coast, like, sailor slang.
Wow.
They're like, we got a nor'easter coming in. It's going to be 2 hours of rain, followed by hail, followed by 2 feet of snow.
Wow.
That didn't happen. But the Weather Channel was all about it, you know.
Yeah.
So, from what I understand, everybody in Washington, D.C. is full of shit and lies.
Anybody and everybody in the town of Washington, the city, the metropolitan area. Man, I don't know. I saw a lot of people that just like I feel like if they just looked straight forward, right?
Yeah.
And if they didn't stop looking straight forward and just walking down the street, then like this spell would be broken.
Wow.
You know?
Okay.
So I don't know. Everybody seems
So
really
what, they want to say into illusion?
driven professionals who were all very like
Yeah.
everybody's very focused. But that was on the weekends. It was completely different.
So what you're saying is everybody in Washington, D.C. is...
Washington D.C.
Working for the weekend.
Everybody's Washington
Hey,
D.C.
speaking of D.C., Ryan's got a D.C. shirt on.
Oh, right. ACDC.
Antichrist Devil Child.
You know what KISS stands for?
Knights in
Kiss
Satan's
my
Service.
What's it stand for?
Knights in Satan's Service.
It's just people who were looking
For something. Just like
Yeah.
AC/DC. They actually got that because they worked at like some kind of power plant.
I think it's Angus Young's sister said that she saw in a vacuum cleaner or something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's all kinds of where places you
Yeah.
can see. It's just alternating current, direct current.
Yeah.
That's what AC is.
Antichrist Devil
Right,
Child.
but people took it to mean like bisexual or whatever because it was also another thing. So yeah, man. You
So
know, I like music.
Why were you in San Francisco for the past month? Just keep changing around so nobody knows what the fuck
Because
you're
I went out there to strip windows. No, I mean I went to stand on a window.
Strip?
Stand on the window.
You know
and
they have
strip.
in Amsterdam. That
Yeah, were you in Amsterdam with the red light?
what?
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 Red light district?
They call it the yellow light district.
Checks out.
Checks
It
out.
does check out.
I just
Checks out.
I just googled it, ladies and gentlemen.
It checks out.
And
I
it
Googled
checks out.
I googled it with my Alexa app.
Hey Alexa, do they have the yellow light district in
Like Cortana. or whatever
San
the
Fran
fuck.
Frisco?
Think how many cockroaches they had to kill off of that.
This fucking guy, he hates bugs.
Yeah.
He's a bug hater.
Right.
He ain't no bug eater.
You know, you wouldn't have the biomass of all the insects on Earth or something like that. They outweigh nearly everything.
Yeah.
Without all the insects, like eating up little pieces of shit all over the place.
Oh man, I love when they eat that.
Right.
Yeah.
Or without like other things being able to eat insects, like birds and snakes and everything that eats
Bats.
little bugs, they wouldn't exist without
Right.
it. Right. Mm-hmm. I mean, come on. We owe our existence to like bacteria, fungus, and insects. Like there wouldn't be anything without that.
Volcanic
Maybe
rock.
some trees and
Some meteors.
Speaking of
That's right.
Meteor goo.
That's right.
Speaking of insects, it sounds like my ex-wife.
Incest.
You've never. My sister, ex-wife. You know, it's come on.
Yeah, but her name was Jonathan.
Okay. Okay.
Ain't that right, sweetheart?
That is Stamos.
Speaking of Stamos, did you hear about the Aunt Becky paying for her daughter to
Past college
wow,
or
yeah.
something.
She was in David Dobrik's vlog. They were moving her in there, and they're like, "Oh,
Really?
I saw that, and then on the news, on some sensational news station at a Greyhound
AM
station.
Oh,
AM station."
wow.
I tried to buy this cheeseburger at a Greyhound station.
Okay.
And
I love a good burger.
I waited till like 3 a.m. till they opened, and this girl comes out, and I'm like, "Your fryer's like not even on, your grill's not on.
Yeah.
Can I get a burger?" She's like, "Yeah, I can have that." And I gave her $20. And then they made the announcement like 3:31, time to leave, get on the fucking bus. And I'm just like, "What? That's me. I gotta go. Can I have my money back?" She's like, "No, sorry, I already took the money." I was like, "Are you fucking serious? You haven't made the first step towards making the food.
Yeah.
It is moments have passed since I handed
Yeah.
you this money, and you can't return the money." She's like, "My mom owns the thing, so I'll be in trouble." I'm like, "I don't think that's right."
Yeah. No.
So she's like, "You can grab whatever you want from the cold thing that's just like the most god-awful ham sandwiches.
Oh, yeah.
These are not food,
Yeah.
okay? This is like the stuff you eat."
It's bread with a little bit of meat
It's like
slices
the stuff
pushed
that-
to the front.
Viggo Mortensen was eating in the movie The Road, which instantly makes you throw up and
Yeah.
gives you radiation.
Why is he making cockroach
So
soup?
He's
Sorry.
killing these fucking things. He just made refried bean dip.
Oh, I thought that was cockroach.
No, that is cockroach, isn't it?
I don't know.
I don't know what he's making.
I kind of spaced for a second.
Orlando, Florida?
No, Orlando, Indiana, you fucking retard. Jesus Christ.
Don't you know? Do you know the difference between Disneyland and Disney World?
Yeah, Disneyland is where you were fucking born.
One's on the moon,
Mickey
one's on the
Mouse,
Mars.
motherfucker.
So Disneyland has LA. LA is in California. So Disneyland is in California. Disney World has OR, and Disney World is in Orlando.
Holy shit.
Dropping fucking red pills, yo.
Whoa.
Damn.
Damn,
okay, yeah.
Sam. Look who
You know,
I am.
that's a coincidence, but it's
Toucan
also
Sam.
that's just a good way to remember it.
It's a good way to
does that
remember.
mean-
I got him confused.
People find meaning in stuff like that. It means that they're schizophrenic. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
I gotta get away from that.
No, because I'll make connections like that all the time, and then I remember something I read in a psychology magazine.
Yeah.
They're like, "Yeah, schizophrenics kind of like tend to see meaning and stuff." You know. So I'm
It's
like,
a
"Am I
good learning
schizophrenic?"
tool.
Because I see meaning in stuff.
Anytime you read a definition of something, you're like, I got that.
Yeah, right?
I got fucking multiple personalities.
Yeah.
I got fucking,
They're like, "Do you go to sleep
I'm
at night?
borderline personality disorder.
Do you have dreams?
Are you bipolar?
You might be."
Yeah. Do
Ryan?
you breathe air?
Ryan says a lot of words that start with me or have me or
alright.
I in it.
Really?
Oh.
I think Ryan's self-centered and he's schizophrenic.
He's
I
narcissistic.
might
Yeah.
be.
You're
pretty
a fucking narcissist.
I might be a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Notice how Ryan referred to himself as I instead of we.
Or as they.
Really?
What do you identify as?
Yeah, what's your
Whoa.
pronouns? And then he's got like
He has roaches literally in
frozen
everything.
roach.
Yeah. Dude, for somebody that hates bugs, though, this is a nightmare.
Come on.
Look at him. He's scared as shit. And he's got horrible aim.
Sounds like my roommate. He pisses all over the floor and I slip on it.
Good evening there, Mr. Pratt. Got bugs again, huh, Mr. Pratt?
Buds?
Bugs.
Oh.
So 'cause he's so scared, he probably calls a lot of false alarms. He's cried wolf. And so they're just like, whatever, dude. Like, this guy's paranoid about bugs. He doesn't have anything.
And Samuel L. Jackson looks real good in this.
Yeah.
He's 12.
Out of all of the stories, though, this is the one that's most peculiar. This is the one that, like, leaves me to where I almost want to watch it and analyze it over and over again because I don't really understand it.
It's like a Howard Hughes thing or something. I don't know.
This guy
Locking yourself
has
away.
locked himself into some type of sanctuary that's this panic room built
Yeah.
with technology and things to survive
Everything's
on.
white.
He runs a fucking business and an owner. He's actually like rich, so he can afford to do this. And he hates bugs. Yet somehow bugs are getting into his apartment.
Right. Oh, there's one now. Climbing and crawling and. Wow.
How many cockroaches did they have to kill during the filming of this movie?
I don't know. Probably at least 12.
13 and a half. You'll see the half.
The other half's alive somewhere.
The back half.
Yeah, just the ass. We feed it through the front. We just shove it in there.
Why the fuck is he in a bunker?
This is where he wants to be. He feels safe there.
Apparently not. He's got fucking cops
Bugs
everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Oh god, bugs.
Oh my gosh.
They got a cicada in there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so why does this fit in with everything else that we've seen so far?
I don't know. That's why I would love to watch this again.
Christ. What did this guy do that was so bad?
I don't know. He's just maybe. Yeah, what did he do that was so bad? That's a great question. Because everybody has kind of had, like, revenge, right?
Yeah.
Or, like, has been paid their comeuppance. But what did this dude do so bad to where he deserves cockroaches all over him?
I think maybe sometimes the writers of these stories just detest. I think they just have this like, let's take somebody we don't like. Like, okay, like I don't know. I don't have
The rich guy that owns a business.
the rich asshole.
The rich asshole. This dude's Scrooge.
I'm so worried now that this is gonna make me like unemployed for the rest of my life by making comments like this. Cause yeah, that's what he did wrong, right? Was just being a rich asshole. So it's kind of like the writers of this stuff taking out their anger
And being like, this is what my boss is. I bet. Alright, wouldn't it be cool if your boss was paranoid about bugs and then bugs come to get him?
I had a rich asshole the other night.
You did.
Okay.
Yeah.
You put some chocolate mousse up your bung.
Yeah.
Rich. This is some rich mousse.
This is some rich
Well,
whipped
actually,
cream.
I was watching Richie Rich.
Okay.
Macaulay Culkin.
I called the Culkin.
Right.
I called him up and I was like, hey, are you still with Brenda Song? And he's like, yeah. She's from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. But yeah. I'm still curious as why this guy is being punished for whatever he did. Because I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, why is he being punished? Why is he being punished for what he did?
What did he do?
Damn on the haters.
I think it was just let's take somebody that, you know, most people have some experience with, like an employer they didn't like,
boss.
I mean, no matter who you are, if you don't have money, you're gonna have some sort of like envious. You're gonna be envious towards the wealthy, right?
For now.
So it's nice to watch them squirm. You know what I mean? It's like stick it to them.
Look at that shot.
Stick it to them with a bunch of cockroaches.
How much? Look, they spent all their money on fucking greenery and cockroaches.
It took $7 million just to cover Stephen King and Moss. Yeah, $8 million.
I bet you buy cockroaches cheap as fuck because nobody wants them. Yeah.
Right.
What the fuck? Who cares? And they
Right,
breed like
right.
fucking rabbits.
Right. They probably breed faster than rabbits.
They probably breed faster than a
I
fucking
mean, and they'd lay a
dick laying into a tube sock in a
million-
late night watching Yasmin Bleeth from fucking Baywatch.
Bam!
In an episode where she fucking runs down the beach saving
Someone
someone.
on the beach saving someone.
Oh, booty
Runs on
look
the
good
beach,
in a
someone.
bikini. Oh, wanna in betweeny with my weenie. Got me out here and I'm seeing everything you want and I don't believe it. Baby, come up in here. I really need it. Yasmin Bleeth.
Yasmin Bleeth.
Yeah, fuck a doggy
Yasmin
style. Make
Bleeth.
that pussy queef.
Yasmin Bleeth.
Ooh.
What?
Wow.
Nobody.
This is brutal.
Oh my god.
Man.
Yeah, they're just trying to play on this, like, you know, fear of, like, having bugs burst into your chest and stuff, right? It's a gross
But
factor.
what does it mean?
Shock factor.
This is one of the most, like, end to end here on this note.
What is... The room is filled with insects.
That couldn't even come out of your body, that many insects. Who did the
Wow.
math? Doesn't even look like that guy.
CREEPSHOW.
Rated R.
For creep.
Show.
So...
What are these guys?
They're fucking
Okay.
garbage men.
Yeah, they just take it
Don't
up
call them
to-
garbage men. They're garbage
They're
employees.
trash men.
They're sanitation engineers.
Sanitation engineers.
Working for the city. Sanitizing... Man, if I was a garbage man, I found some comic book.
I'd be like,
"Sweet!"
yeah, fuck yeah.
I would just read that shit. Was that Frank Zappa right there?
It looks like it.
It's a comic book.
That's Tom Savini.
Oh, it is. Frank Zappa and Tom Savini look kind of...
Really, they do. Yeah, it's Tom Savini. Sex Machine.
Yeah, he has the dick gun and
Yep.
Dust Till Dawn. Dick gun. Do.
Just till dawn, dick gun, get it on.
Dick gun.
Dust till dawn, dick gun.
Get it on.
Bam!
This
This guy wants to beat his kid some more. This
This
guy wants to beat his wife some more. But she's kept her mouth shut for a long time. She's ironing clothes in the kitchen.
I was making excuses. I fell down the stairs. She didn't fall downstairs.
She pulls these fucking memories from the atmosphere. Like fucking Sinbad in a fucking genie movie. Mandela effect. Ooh, he bought the voodoo doll, remember?
Yeah.
They show the comic book and it shows that the voodoo coupon has been cut out.
So Simon, now that like, okay, you've never seen this before.
Yeah, please.
What are your thoughts so far? Because I think we might just be getting close to the end here.
it is. It's wrapped up.
And is this something that you might watch again, or is it, you know, does it basically hold no value, no entertainment value?
Well, I mean, it definitely kept my my gaze since the beginning.
Yeah, so it's visually kind of
Oh
eye-catching.
yeah. It's definitely visually stimulating.
Yeah.
And as far as like the whole story, I definitely wouldn't mind watching it again to kind of pick up on
Yeah.
what exactly they are talking about throughout the entire thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, if you actually sat down and watched it rather than talking through the whole thing.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
could-
that and listening
No,
to everybody else's conversation, but
So if it's something you could watch again, you're in luck. There's a sequel.
CREEPSHOW 2.
I don't think I could do it.
Only has 3 stories, though, I think.
I like the one with the oil slick on the lake.
Yup,
You
that's
know?
my favorite, too.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I remember watching that.
Yup.
This girl's face is being melted off.
Oh, no, it's not being melted off. The thing has attached itself to it.
Right.
While that guy's trying to creep on her while she's...
Oh, my
yeah,
God.
it's fucked
So-
up.
Brutal.
So what's the old TV show that...
Well, there's
it's,
Tales from the Crypt.
And Tales from the Dark Side.
Tales from the Dark Side is also like another, like... That was a super low budget George Romero thing.
Wait, because I know that John was talking to me about Tales of the Crypt, and it kind of almost seemed like it was the same thing.
Yeah, very similar, yeah.
Okay.
Well, like it says on the back.
But you have one short story.
Right,
You know-
versus 3 in a movie.
Or 4.
Each
Basically,
like,
got 4.
virtuoso exercise in the ghouls and gag style of the classic 50s horror comics. So that is a pretty loose statement because there really were not just like Tales from the Crypt, but EC Comics. EC Comics made things like Vault of Horror and all these like crime and suspense, So like those stories of like lust and greed and stuff, they weren't necessarily always pulled from the pages of a horror comic. Mm-hmm. Although the horror stuff definitely got a lot of attention because, religious groups, parents didn't like it. They blamed the comics for influencing their children to murder people or something.
Yeah, or giving them bad thoughts.
This guy who inherited the company EC Comics from his dad, William Gaines, originally it stood for educational comics. They had like Bible comics. So William Gaines inherits the company from his dad, and he changes it to entertaining comics, and they make stuff like Tales from the Crypt, Vault of Horror, among many others. But they weren't always horror titles, and there were a lot of like copycat comics that just tried to like go over the top, do gross out stuff. I think it's also worth mentioning that William Gaines was the guy behind Mad Magazine too.
Okay.
And like you were talking about the TV show, I think Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean it's there was also a magazine called Creepy.
Yes, I love Creepy.
Yeah. I have an issue from 1971.
Yeah, Creepy reminds me a lot of CREEPSHOW because it has several different stories in one comic.
Oh yeah. It wasn't just one exactly. I love that. You know? Like a bunch of short stories.
So you get to finish them, instead of we'll see you next issue. Well, I didn't get the chance to get the next issue.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I have a lot of comics like that where I don't get the full story.
Yeah, and you just kind of sit there with your load ready to blow,
and it won't. Dry shooting.
It's what they call blue ball issues.
A blue ball issue is an issue of a comic that has a to be continued.
Right.
So like CREEPSHOW, Tales of the Crypt, all that's by
Tales from the Dark Side.
Yeah, Tales from the Dark Side. It's all by the same guy,
well,
or the same production.
No, they have the same concept though.
Okay.
The concept is how do we do short stories, right? Like I think Tales from the Crypt, the episodes were about 50 minutes, might have been an hour. Tales from the Dark Side, I believe, were around the same time. But
I think they're all about half hour, and once in a while, maybe there was an hour-long episode. I want to say no. You're right.
I think they had full hours. Yeah, I think they had a full hour.
Tales from the Dark Side were shorter.
Yeah, Tales from the Dark Side. I watched recently at the fucking library. They had
I watched
the entire series, and I watched all of them, and I was like, "Holy fuck, dude!" Because that used to freak me out as a kid. There used to be a show too in the 90s called Monsters, and it was a monster.
Like what?
Well, open your eyes. So Monsters was a show just like that. And it had episodes that were telling these horror stories, right? Or like somebody's getting their comeuppance.
Yeah.
And but it was a monster family that gathered around the TV and was like, "Oh, we're gonna watch it." And it was. I wish I could find the show and the DVDs or whatever I need to find so I could watch it again. Because I remember there was an episode where there was a girl. a guy who had a waterbed that was pretty much like Shop of Horrors.
Yeah.
He had to feed his waterbed.
Yeah.
And so he would sleep with these chicks, and the
So
waterbed would eat him.
That wasn't Tales from the Crypt.
It wasn't
Tales from the Dark Side.
No, it was
another
called Monsters.
show. Okay.
And it was a show with the same concept.
Right.
Tales, Twilight Zone, which we have at Outer
yeah.
Limits.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same idea. Let's
Yeah.
tell a short story that really captivates an audience,
Right.
sucks them in, that is either horror, sci-fi, whatever,
Right.
whatever kind of paranormal activities you can pull into it. It's really awesome. I love that idea. I love those concepts. I wish there were more shows and movies based around them.
Yeah.
And Creepshow, I think, seeing it as a young child, like, it really stood out to me. Like, wow, this is what you can do. Like, it doesn't have to be 2 hours of one scenario. Why couldn't you make a movie that is literally telling you?
I feel like if you were to go to theater in 1982 and see this, you would have a sense of like you would get more bang for your buck or something. Like
Yeah.
the value is just so much more because you could walk away from that being like fully entertained. Instead of like, oh man, I wasted $8 on Vin Diesel, like
Nobody wastes $8 on Van Diesel.
Not, especially
like-
not with Triple X.
but you know what I'm saying?
No, but I see what you're
I've gone
saying,
to the
yeah.
theater and I've been really disappointed.
I didn't like number 1 and number 2, but that third story really, wow, that was my
Oh,
favorite.
okay.
Like, everybody's pleased somehow, maybe. You
Yeah,
know?
I think because of the popularity of shows like Twilight Zone, Outer Limits, they're Black Mirror and stuff
Yeah,
like
Black
that.
Mirror, same thing.
And they're bringing back Twilight Zone. Jordan Peele's hosting.
Yeah.
And I think he's
It's
actually
great.
a really good choice.
Me
for
too.
host.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
And dude, Rod Serling's shoes hard to fill.
Yeah, but I think Forrest Whitaker or somebody like
Right?
tried to
Yeah,
film,
they did
like,
in the '90s. They
Yeah,
did
or
a Twilight
somebody
Zone
that-
series.
yeah.
Forrest Whitaker was decent, but like I don't know, for some reason, kind of missed the mark for me. I watched a lot of the '90s Twilight Zone episodes.
Talk about a guy with like some disfigurement that still gets job opportunities, right? Like
Does he really have it?
well, his googly boogly eye
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah, it's like
Steve Buscemi?
no. Well, Steve Buscemi, his teeth, like his
his
teeth
eyes.
and his eyes. Yeah, he's got
Yeah.
2. Owen Wilson and his nose.
You'd think Buscemi would have been in an episode of Tales from the Crypt or something.
Oh, he has been.
Yeah.
He's in the same one with Roger Daltrey.
No
from fucking The
fucking
Who.
way.
Yeah, they're photographers.
One of my favorite episodes of Tales from the Crypt. I know it's a little off topic because we're watching Creepshow, but it all comes from very similar place.
Yeah.
So, like, one of my favorite episodes has Malcolm McDowell as a vampire, works at a blood bank.
Okay, yeah. He's like
It's
security.
fantastic. George Wendt from Cheers, so there's another odd connection.
Yep, yeah.
Ted Danson. Yeah, he's working to midnights at a blood bank. You're
Yeah.
a vampire? What
Uh-huh.
the fuck, man? It's just
Yeah.
brilliant. It's a love story.
So overall, did you answer that? Would you recommend this?
Yeah.
He said it kept his attention pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah, despite the conversation that was going on, I feel like that it was attention grabbing enough to be able to like listen to the conversation and then like cut back to the TV or the movie.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
as a first time watcher or the only first time watcher in this whole spiel or whatever, I'd say I would watch it again if I were like by myself to really get into the whole story and the build up and what exactly is going on, because as far as like the last story, I have no fucking idea why the whole thing.
Yeah, the bugs.
Right?
Yeah.
That's a weird one.
I
Yeah.
don't know. Creepshow 2,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
I think that's worth it. I think that's worth. I would strongly recommend that one because I don't really, I just feel like they're just
good.
purely entertaining.
Well, yeah.
Like there's a lot of fun.
They made a Creepshow 3,
No fucking.
I've never seen it.
No effing way.
Oh my god, what?
Yeah, if you guys like clip shows, be sure to keep a lookout for the This Is That show that'll be breaking this summer.
This is that show!
Yeah, we're going to be breaking on this exact same platform later this year. Probably mid-summer. We're working on getting the content together.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yes.
Individually. So, keep your eyes peeled. Keep your bananas in the shell.
And make
Right.
sure you were raised in hell. Because this is that show!
Yeah, and floss your teeth.
So we're not going to be called NBKIA. We'll be called
No,
This
this
Is
is
That Show.
it. This is a podcast.
Yes.
This is the idea that we have for a fucking almost Robot Chicken type show where you're
Okay.
doing like clips coming at you.
Yeah.
Like you're an otter.
Khalifa.
Sounds awesome.
Yes.
Are we going to do our final thoughts on Creepshow?
Can I
We're
go?
gonna keep this going.
Because I rather...
You want to go first or last?
I want to go right now.
Yeah.
Too
While it's
late.
fresh.
Yeah.
All right.
Not in my jeans. Give me a moment. Creepshow, to me, is one of those movies that I don't only recommend to people, but I want to be with them when they first experience.
Oh,
and
wow.
it was a pleasure to be here and witness this movie with Simon for his first time, because I feel like it's one thing to say, hey, go watch this movie. It's another thing to literally be like, look, I care about you. Come watch this movie. Because I can't believe you haven't seen it, right? When you recommend something to somebody, it's like, I want to be there with you because we got to go through this together.
Yeah.
And I got to explain why I care so much and why this certain shot stands out among others and why the stories to me really are compelling and well written. And I feel like these stories are well written for what they are. And Creepshow really, like, that last one for me still, I watched it now and I'm like, I've seen it probably 8 times. It might be more, but I want to undershoot it. And I just want to say, like, that still, to me, it's weird. It's, why does this guy die? Why is he afraid of insects? But the others, you know, those other stories, those first 4, it's really insane, like, how good they are, I feel.
Yeah.
And I love watching them, and I still sit here and I am amazed why, like, what is it about this to where I'm still entertained after all this time and seeing it as many times as I have, to where I own it and I could just put it in. And like, I don't know, how do you feel?
You can watch it. It's definitely something you can watch more than once. I feel like there's a certain magic to it, and not a lot of movies are made in this style. That anthology kind of mini, short story kind of. I love the compact sort of nature. It's like little bursts of creativity. You know what I mean? Really quick. There's a lot going on. It all happens quickly, and then you just move on to the next thing. You don't have something like, I mean, like Lord of the Rings. You know, fuck. I don't know. 13 hours of movie. Fuck that. I want it to be like, I have a short attention span, kind of. You know what I mean? Like, I want it to be kind of rapid fire, and that I think is, like I said, you walk away from that feeling like you've been more entertained. You get a lot more value out of that, and just the stories themselves and the dramatic lighting and all that.
Yeah. The like comic book slash with the filters of like animation they drew with the raining clouds and whatever. It's very there's art elements in this film that you don't get in every scary movie.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it definitely has a
the
different
lighting.
kind of look.
There's a unique look.
I think that man, I just feel like there aren't enough movies that are really trying to be this stylized and interesting and cool, and it's totally, I don't know. It's colorful. It doesn't take itself too seriously. Yeah. So you can kind of laugh at it at the same time. It's scary and it's funny. That combination of things. That's what makes the magic, Yeah. That's it for me. That's my final word on it.
Simon?
Yeah.
After being somebody that's never seen it, do you think we're kind of like taking it to an element that you're like I don't really see why they are so passionate about this. You know what I mean? Is it like odd to you that we would be so in this movie's corner?
Well,
being a first time viewer of it,
I think for being a first time viewer, definitely don't have that nostalgia factor that you guys have added to
Oh
it.
yeah, sure.
Yeah,
But
that's a good point.
in the same way, I can understand why so many of the shots that were pointed out are, I guess, revolutionary. And it's kind of odd that Leslie Nielsen is kind of just thrown in between the mix of everybody else that you don't know who they are. And then, I mean, it might be something that you pick up now because...
Right. Well, yeah, that's
this-
crazy, man. You never really watch like Cheers or like,
Yeah.
you know. So like one of the actors
Yeah,
you're
totally.
familiar with is Leslie Nielsen.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, that's because Airplane, Naked Gun, Spider-Man, or another superhero movie or something like that. But that was all after this, I believe. So maybe
Yeah.
he wasn't as popularized as, yeah.
Yeah, that's
he wasn't
funny.
as-
That's the one actor that like stuck out. You know.
Well, yeah, he's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a phenomenal, revolutionary person to me. So he's definitely somebody that sticks out. But as far as like a first time view, I would definitely recommend watching it again. Like maybe watching it a couple times actually, because it might be like The Office or Scott Pilgrim where you pick up on little
okay.
notes.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, and I bring up Scott Pilgrim because they kind of do the same thing with the comic book style,
Mm-hmm.
and they throw in like little tidbits here and there. Well, a lot of TV shows and movies and whatnot do, but those are the ones that stick out to me. So, yeah, I definitely rewatch it again. I really want to figure out what the fuck was going on with that last one because I feel like my attention was grabbed at like midpoint, so I didn't really collect the build up compared to.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
it was,
yeah.
it was like a hypochondriac, germophobic,
Totally. Yeah.
Howard Hughes,
But-
bugophobic. What is that? Fear of bugs. I don't know.
Bugophobia.
I think they're trying to tap into some psychology there.
Yeah.
But what was the reason for that guy dying?
Yeah, I don't know.
Right.
And why did they get inside of him?
I don't know.
Yeah.
And we didn't get to see it enter in him.
I think
Yeah.
they just wanted to show some gross out shock.
Here's the
Shock
thing,
stuff.
and I want to ask this question.
Okay.
In the time of remakes, does somebody try and remake Creepshow?
Do you think it would be, could people somehow improve upon it?
Could you?
Yeah. With
Perhaps.
CGI? make it
No,
better?
first of all,
I don't know.
maybe. But I think you would go practical still. And if CGI did anything, it would maybe make those plants like
Yeah.
grow or whatever.
Maybe practical effects have come a long way since then, and you could actually make it look grosser.
Yeah,
more
absolutely.
convincing. I don't know, but like what they did here was combine this like almost slapstick with God, what's the word? There's elements of the supernatural. It's scary and it's funny, and like when you have a good story, when you have like an interesting enough story, you can somehow look past all the corny, like you said, like the practical stuff.
Yeah.
Could they do that better nowadays?
I don't know. I'm just thinking, now that Simon said that there was certain instances where you could show, like, the insects entering that guy's body and killing him, like choking off, like to where he can't breathe anymore. And there's just roaches entering his neck and he's in his mouth and he's like, and choking on him. And then fucking all of a sudden they're busting out of him. But still, it doesn't
make it more graphic.
I don't
But could you make it actually more
makes sense.
Yeah. Well, could you make it more suspenseful? Could you make it more entertaining?
Because that last fucking Simon, watching it for your first time, weren't you kind of like, wait a minute?
It's like
each story was like a revenge story, and then all of a sudden, like,
it's a different kind of storytelling.
But what the fuck?
Yeah.
Why was he killed?
I don't know.
Why did the bugs come out of him?
I don't. Because it
doesn't make sense.
Want to show it.
It doesn't fucking make sense.
Well, just to gross people out.
Unless it's something that we missed in the beginning.
I don't know. Yeah.
It
Because-
isn't.
It might be. I don't know.
Yeah, you
Like,
can
it might
guess.
be something you forgot, but...
Maybe you spotted out, and I haven't. It's
I know.
fucking whatever years.
The one with Leslie Nielsen where he has a dude buried, he goes through like a fucking
Yeah.
15-minute spiel about
Absolutely.
how he
Yeah.
cheats on his wife, and then
Yup.
the guy with the thing under the stairs, and even the kid with the voodoo doll in the end, like it had some kind of substance, so
Yeah.
it almost feels like they were looking for a little bit of filler to throw in with the...
Like, let's get one more story
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, unless
Yeah.
it's something in the beginning that I...
Stephen
absolutely
King's like, I
missed.
got this story about a dude.
Oh, shit, yeah. I forgot.
George
that.
A. Romero's like, yeah, let's do that. Tom
Oh my
Savini's like,
God.
okay,
I'll make
bugs.
Yeah, I forgot about the dude that was in the fucking field with the meteor. Like,
Yeah.
Why did he deserve to die? Why?
No, well,
Was
but
he
there's
like
still a cohesive story.
Yeah.
Like the meteor shit got on him. He
True.
became green. He started like, realizing like this shit's taking over me and commit suicide. But this guy, it's like, what in the world? Why were there so many bugs? Why are they coming after him?
Yeah.
I understand that he's afraid of them. But other than that, like there's no story. It doesn't tell you why this guy is fucking all of a sudden got bugs bursting out of him that fill a fucking, I don't know, fucking 8x10 room up halfway fucking with an 8-foot ceiling of bugs. And they all came out of him.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Yeah, it's like that. Well, yeah, they did the intro with the kid, and his dad throwing his comic away, and then didn't they do the farm boy next? Right?
Well, they did
They did the
Father's
meteor.
Day, Farm Guy,
Oh shit! Yeah, the Father's Day too.
that's probably one of my favorites, and it's the opener.
Why would they? Why did he come back for revenge for being this piece of shit?
Well, because he was murdered
So he
by
was a
his
piece of shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
he was getting
I guess I
revenge. He
understand
never
that.
got his cake because he
fucking
died
cares?
before he got his cake.
Who fucking cares?
Yeah,
He's a
but
piece of shit.
dude,
He was a piece of
if
shit.
you die before you
He
get
was.
your cake, even if you're a piece of shit, you have to come from the dead
Oh
Fuck
yeah.
and
that guy.
demand your cake. I want my cake.
So that just expands on you being a total piece of shit to not be able to go to rest, but be like, I didn't get my fucking cake. I'm gonna come back and kill my daughter,
Well, you can't-
the maid, the daughter,
You can't-
the son-in-law.
Granddaughter.
Yeah, people that weren't even fucking involved. You probably saw a fucking cat walking across
How
the
did-
stairway.
why did
It's
Ed
like, "Hey,
Harris-
that fucking cat didn't give me my cake.
Yeah, and Ed Harris, he gets
What did
it.
he do?
He did
Nothing.
nothing.
He disco danced. He did cocaine.
He
just
found
had
a
good
bottle
time.
of beam.
Yeah,
He
tried
found a
to-
bottle of beam and he dies. He did nothing wrong.
Alcohol is
So-
a killer.
That's funny.
He didn't have a cake.
Alcohol.
Now, if Ed Harris had come out there with a cake, even if it was like
Right.
a Hostess
Oh, right.
cupcake or a ding
A
dong,
Twinkie.
a ding dong, he just gave
A
the
zinger.
fucking guy a zinger.
Zingers.
I wouldn't bring up Ding Dong because
Zingers
I've been
are-
tricked a couple times by that.
Zingers are great because there's 3 of them.
But yeah, so
No, the Swiss roll cakes look like a ding dong, and the ding dong looks like
Right.
I don't know what
I don't
Ding
know.
Dongs you've been looking at, but my Ding Dong doesn't look like that.
mine's
I don't know.
circular.
I've never been to Switzerland.
But yeah,
So
so I don't understand why the fuck that dude came back from the dead to get his fucking cake because he's a total
Okay.
piece of shit to kill a whole bunch of people.
some of the stories, it seems like they're taking someone who doesn't deserve something
Okay.
awful.
Right.
And other times they're taking someone you might detest in real life and having some bad happen
Right.
and almost satisfy that sick
Yeah.
sense of, ew, like almost
I
like,
can hold my breath for a long time.
and so they're constantly flipping that around, they're changing that around all the time.
Yeah.
That's why I'd say it's such a unique form of storytelling because you never really can tell sometimes.
Because Stephen King really didn't deserve it.
No, he did.
He just thought he was going to get money for a
He's-
meteor.
What is he guilty for?
He's-
Just being dumb.
Just being dumb.
He's-
Well, dumb can get you.
Right.
And that's why there's really, like, there's some
Dumb
raw.
can get you.
There's some raw,
Right.
like, I mean, literally.
So it's almost like
Survival of the fittest, right? And if you
Yeah.
find a meteor, you dip your fingers
I
in
know,
some meteor
man.
shit, and you get it in your mouth,
But you're
and you get it
okay.
everywhere.
You're just a bitchy lady who talks down to her
You
husband.
get fed to a monkey in a crate.
Well,
Seems
yeah,
way
him-
worse than becoming a moss-covered guy who blows his brains out.
Well, that guy he had the chance to call a doctor.
He
denied
not
not
making
to.
a lot of good decisions.
Yeah, he
His
really
paranoia
did make
got
bad
you.
decisions.
Schizophrenic.
Yeah, I know, man.
So
Schizophrenic.
don't be a schizophrenic.
Suddenly, both
You won't die.
yeah, both of you
That's a good
disappear,
lesson. That's a good lesson.
Oh shit.
and I've been playing both of you.
God.
You've been doing a podcast by yourself, don't you know that, John?
It's like that Jim Carrey movie where he's just numbers.
I read a book, and I look at a letter, and then I look at another one, and I count
I
them.
see meaning in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You John Nash from A Beautiful Mind.
I just watched
It's
the Truman
Russell
Show not
Crowe.
so long ago.
Oh,
Punching out some
it's a
guy
good
in a bar.
movie. Ed Harris is in that. He's the guy that runs the Truman Show.
Oh yeah, with the
Ed Harris.
he's like the dude sitting there. Where,
He's in
Yeah.
Apollo 13.